Okay, do we have humans? I should really put some music over this, shouldn't I? Something FMAR related, actually. That's what I should have done. Who even knows? Oh, yes, you're a robot. Can I put your chat over there? I can, yeah. I'm a robot. Are you a robot? Yes, he's just a robot. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a sketch by Tom Scar. It's called The Imposter. Anyway, right. Take this overlay off. Nope, that's the... that was the background, which hasn't shown up. There we go. Much better. Now you get the fireworks and all the big sparkles and everything. And, yeesh. What you don't get is the screen share. All good audio quality. This microphone is not connected to Restream because for some reason it just doesn't want to work anymore. This was the one microphone that Restream actually started doing to start off with, but the other one just didn't respond, and now this one's responding either. Oh wait, that's right. I had my little phone set up. That microphone that Monet gave me that actually worked weirdly. And that's what I did when I was streaming at Nan's house. So 3 days ago, was it? I don't even know anymore. A couple of nights or something. Which means I can probably do my double light setup, actually, if I do that. Oh, I can hear myself on the other end. At least I know that I'm not muted. Well, I know because obviously you're responding. Right. Let's give this a go. I guess it'll become my new streaming. Not my taking the time to hunt down and line up every red M&M from the bag with their M's facing up. Okay. That's how boring my stream intros are. Nah, I'm kidding. I know this is not the interesting part of the stream. I hope, anyway. Good God, imagine that. All right. Let's do setup. Now this is the funny part. Oh, this is the funny part. Oh yeah, I guess because I just miserably failed to try and keep my composure and stuff. Yeah, along with the rest of it. Oh, what? Oh, okay. It's oh, what was your favorite part? At the end of every Dora the Explorer ever. My favorite part is the repeated animation. I'm kidding. That's harsh. I know of a show that could use some repeated animation of its own, actually. That's the Mutant Girl. Monet did suggest that I should use some looped footage if I wanted to save time on this last scene that I've been doing for the episode. And yeah, the reason I haven't done that is because there is no loop footage to loop. There's only one other scene in this particular background. So yeah, and I don't keep any of the green screen saves that I do because they're usually episode specific and line specific, so I just get rid of them to make way for the next one. It's not like I have a folder where I'm like, Morwenna speaking happy middle mouth or something. I don't know. That might work in future, but then again, I just freed up my file storage. Not really sure how that's going to go down if I start playing around with that again. I just can't stand eating M&Ms out of order. Okay. But then what does one consider to be order? That would be the question to emerge from that. All right. If I want to plug my this other microphone in, I need to, set myself up and prop this computer up with something else. Luckily, on this desk, I have 10 billion notebooks full of old writing of mine and such. It's just waiting for its day. Your time will come. For now, you serve as my platform. Oh, now you can tell my closet's open. There we go. As you can tell, I am very prepared for this stream today, and I've absolutely not been doing... Wow, it's hot in here for some reason. And I've absolutely not been doing anything else. It's the middle of winter. Why is it hot in this room? I know I'm facing south, but there's no sun out for the south to even be affected. Anyway. Let's see. Did that do anything? What microphone channel am I on now? Let's see. Nope, that's not coming through there. That's just coming through Array again. Okay, well, you know what? I tried. This is not working. I'll have to try and fix the issues with microphone input some other time, and also clearly as well. Apparently, I had an option on all this time, which was echo cancellation or echo suppression. Yeah, because I clearly have that option turned on, don't I? Yeah. So yeah, good thing that you're all saying hello to each other. And okay, so yeah, here's Johnny Johnny. That's two references in one, actually. Here's Johnny Johnny. Do you miss me? Johnny Johnny, have you moved on yet? Promise me you won't forget me. If you ever want to see me, just don't eat your broccoli. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'll do this one more time. I just have not had a chance to really... I've had a chance to focus on the streams, to be honest, recently. And that's all because you might have noticed that I was very confident that... Well, I wasn't very confident. I was hoping to release episode 12 of The Mutant Girl on the same day episode 11 came out, which was New Year's Eve, and finish off the season in 2021 because it started in 2020. I thought it'd be nice to round it up in 2 calendar years rather than 3, considering that we're now going into the 3rd anniversary in a few months. Yeah, that didn't quite work out, and actually, weird enough, is not because of editors or voice actors. I mean, it's with voice actors. There was one voice actor who didn't send in his part until a couple of days beforehand, which messed up my schedule. But yeah, this one scene has been giving me just all the hassle in the world. I edit and preview it for 3 seconds to try and listen to the lines as they continue. And yeah, it just decides to not respond and crash. So I have to reload it all the time. I I have a term for when like my headphones fail or my audio doesn't play or I have to be quiet or something and I'm trying to edit something music related. I call it Beethovening. So I'm just like editing using whatever calculations I have in my head and remembering where everything is. And just going through that. So there's a couple of times that I've done that. That's like a last resort if I ever need to do something like that. I don't have a term for this. This is the opposite. I can hear the audio and the video is what's failing me. I don't know what to call that. I don't know. Agatha ring? Who knows? Also, hi, Shiny. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm still working on that scene, by the way. I'm still going through it. If anything, I still need to like have half of Felix's captions. I've been trying to implement some techniques to save time, actually, and Monet has gracefully stepped in to help with half of Felix, because he had most of the lines in the episode. Well, not the episode, maybe the episode. No, but mostly like the scene. And yeah. Thank you, I got this. Yeah. And so I still haven't even managed to get around to doing that because I wanted to sync up to see where Monet left off. I guess now I figured out where that is, but to be honest, I'm so adamant to like get get the part that I can sync up actually synced up that I haven't really devoted that much time to really looking into like finishing off those screen captures. Wait for future projects. You don't have to do much. What? If I wait for future projects, then how does that you were literally counting the individual MC faces. When did I count individual MC faces? Like when I've only ever done like a couple of like edited Minecraft cutscenes, if that's what you're referring to. Hello to 2 Candy Heart 7. I don't know what you're referencing right now. And I will say the Mutant Girl is like my main project. That's the thing. Like it's the flagship series of the channel. I mean, I've actually put other projects on hold for this. Remember I said I was going to start a pure gacha channel in the new year, actually. Well, New Year's passed and I haven't registered any sort of name. I haven't even thought of the name to actually give it. And yet, still come up with like plans to do like fandom based stuff rather than just originals, because obviously plenty of ideas, especially APMA related ones, that can go on there. But yeah, I put that on hold. So I'm not trying to overstress myself with a bunch of things all the time now. I feel like last year, because of when you saw the fact that I was mostly just posting Walking Wednesday and these live streams because I don't have to edit them. Then a couple of people stepped in to help as editors, and then a few other projects got released, and that was amazing. Then they got busy, of course. Some of them got busy with the Mutant Girl, in fact. But yeah, like that's because I put the other stuff in the background so that I could focus on doing stuff in uni and etc. But yeah, now that I actually do have the chance and I actually committed to releasing this episode as soon as possible, that's what I'm really, really trying to do. And that's why I'm focusing on it so much. Like, that's the thing. I stopped doing Mutant Girl deadlines for the most part, but there becomes like a threshold point where it suddenly just becomes ridiculous. Like, season 2 started before the first anniversary of the series. I think that the first episode came out, depending on the time zone, either February 29th or March 1st, 2020. That was almost pre-pandemic, honestly. So you can imagine, like, all that time working on trying to release this rest of the season and just get everything together, and it's been virtually impossible. I mean, I'll say virtually because it's only virtually produced. Haha, very, very funny, me. But yeah. So why do so much when less has been proven to work? Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't want to do less for the season finale of the flagship series of the channel. And also because there's been other times, like last episode, actually, episode 11, episode 11, there was a scene in that there was supposed to be one with Mrs. Dysart teaching a class, like her last class, really, and they're going through like with what was it? It was the story of Odysseus and Polyphemus, actually, or Polyphemus, as you were, if you're Nova and you didn't pronounce that properly, and I didn't have time to redirect you. But yeah, I had to cut that entire scene because there was no time and no available editors that weren't either doing other projects of their own or were too busy, or it was the holiday season, so they had to prepare all that stuff. So I decided, well, you know what? This one scene doesn't really have much to do. That's why there's that clumsy edit, like that zoom in to Wenna's house while you hear Marwick's voicemail. That wasn't meant to be there. That was meant to be part of another scene. That was the only important part of that scene. So I took it out and cut the scene. Less stress. I can't do that with this scene because you'll see why in the actual episode. But this particular scene, not only is it like the longest in the episode, like by a country mile, like it's the bulk of the entire episode, but it's also the unraveling of basically the rest of the mystery of the series. So it's really important that it's portrayed the exact same way, and I can't really rush that. I can try and find efficient ways to produce it, which is what I've done and what Monet has helped me do. But that's it. It needs to actually be there properly, and can't explain why, but you'll see. And this is the end. It's the end of season 2. It's the end of season 2, but it's still. But yeah, well, actually, we have one more season written, but there's other plans to carry it on. Like this story can continue for basically a long time. But yeah, season 3 is written, and there's also in between season 2 and season 3, there is actually a movie script that's going to tie those in together. But yeah, I'm going to change the entire way that I produce those, incidentally. So with particularly for the voice actors, because they're the ones who've gotten the most leeway and the ones who've caused the most delays. And I can't be happening anymore. Yeah, but yeah, it depends. I might just use some of the more efficient techniques I found now to carry on. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, it's gonna be quite different. Especially because all the episodes are much longer and an entirely different setting that had to be, crafted by Ghosty pretty much. But yeah, this is the end of season 2, and as such, it needs to be treated with a lot of with as much dedication as I can possibly give it. Yeah, it's one thing that I really can't skip out on. And that's also why I missed out on the last stream. So once again, shout out to Aiden if he watches the archives for actually stepping in and helping me with that and, hosting for the second time. Yeah. So yeah, but while that was happening, I was mostly editing his lines for the episode, actually, fittingly enough. So yeah, he stepped in where he gave me 45 minutes of recorded takes to do. So yeah, and I will do that. I'll do my director thing. Second, yes, he hosted one time when I was doing like some location work on a film set, and they kept me until later. So then he actually did that on his channel because obviously I was away, so I couldn't really set it up for him to host properly. So yeah, he did actually host another episode. I can't remember which one he did. It was season 3. I don't know. It's whichever episode I'm missing on the channel is on his. But yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know if I've seen that movie. It should be out by now, the movie. Anyway, speaking of that, actually, I did in fact invite Monet onto here. I've just been rambling to everyone. So I'm going to quickly, nope, I'm not going to add a source. That's not what I meant. Let's add a guest. Yeah, she wanted to call earlier. Okay. Oh, wow. Don't ignore you. I try not to, honestly. Like, honestly, in times of stress, like when I was like, bogged down with directing stuff and also now with editing, Monet has really been there to like just keep me pretty much sane and conversational and jovial. So I do really appreciate her, and obviously I can't do that if I were to ignore her hypothetically. So absolutely. So thank you for that. I don't know if she's watching this part right now or she's like joining the stream right, and then it's therefore clicked off or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yes. Yes. And I wait. Are you saying that to me or her? Yeah, because I mean, she is an ideal partner. Yeah, suffering. Yes, I can always count on you to end my suffering. Absolutely. And that's gonna be a line for the Meme Chronicles, isn't it? I just said that right now. I know that someone's gonna archive that quote of me once that eventually starts becoming a thing. Oh well. Mysteriously, I haven't liked this video either. This whole Akmal 3-parter seems to have not pleased me in the past. Not really sure why that would be. Anyway, welcome back to Mystreet 5 years later. I'm glad that people, stayed for the chat and then just left immediately. No, but at least they know what's happening. They know. I'll let me know or BB. Okay, well, fair enough. They don't tend to join these, but yeah, why not? Also, welcome.
I was suffering. How could you forget me?
Oh, you were saying. Okay, all right. I can end your suffering too then.
I'm dead.
I'm kidding. Harry Potter, the boy who lived, come to die. Anyway. All right.
The man looks like death himself.
Honestly, he does. Yeah, you're not wrong. All he needs is like the hood. Yep. Just let me find. Adds the JV meme dog thingamabobber. Oh right, yeah, that's what you meant. Okay. Harry Potter is dead.
You think about it, Voldemort didn't have much lines in the whole movie franchise.
Well, no, I mean, antagonists often don't. But yeah.
But like, you really didn't say. We really didn't know nothing about him.
Yeah.
Well, besides what he has done.
Yeah. See, I think the point of him really was about his influence. That was why he was so terrifying, was because of all of his actions. His actions spoke for him, literally, in this case. It's kind of like Sauron in Lord of the Rings. You never see him in the books at all. You see him in the Peter Jackson movies, but you're not Ralph Bakshi one. But yeah, you never see him at all. You just hear about him, and that's not necessarily how to praise, but it can work when done correctly, and I think it's done correctly in this case. I remember this movie when I was reading the books, and I was like, he emerged for the first time in the Goblet of Fire. And I was like, oh, he's finally here. I've heard so much about this guy. What's he gonna do? Yeah, I mean, I've seen the movie already by that point, but the books, I knew by that point they were very different, because Harry had just found a Sphinx at that point. And that certainly didn't happen with all the moving vines. But yeah, I don't know. I was definitely invested, I think I had to get out of the car and go to school at that point. I was like, let me read this. Anyway, for a hot second, you sounded like Peter Pettigrew. Oh, I'll have to add that to my Harry Potter impressions then. I didn't mean to. I don't know. Oh yeah. Remus. Sirius. My old friends. Okay. That's enough. I've got a bit of a headache. I can't really be moving around too much. I should have turn these lights on at least. Yeah. Let's see. And she's like, it's like, oh, it must lose a lot again. And she's like, I'm done. Did Peter Pettigrew transition? I wasn't aware of this. Oh, wait a minute. No, we can't possibly have a transgender character in Harry Potter. For obvious reasons. Anyway. What was I thinking? Oh, whoops. Disconnection. There we go.
I return from the darkness of suffering and agony to grace your presence once again, the audience.
Yes, and we are grateful for you
Indeed.
doing so. Oh, dear. No, oh wait, the chats seems to need to catch up. All right.
Now I have not left. I have only been casted away in the depths of hell. I want to crawl myself back to the surface.
Yeah, see, actually what happens if people haven't, or don't know if I've used Restream before, what happens is that somebody can actually, so what actually happens is, Lord Empress Monet. Oh, you're not half wrong.
Yes, my loyal subjects.
I mean, Empress has got some simps behind her, so you never know. Anyway, what was I? Praise thee who keeps our emperor butter alive. Oh, okay, right. That's what you meant. Not like that kind of empress. Fine. Different empress.
Of course. My Lord Emperor Butter loves to make butter. That's what he is.
But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, when you disconnect from Restream and you connect to a new place, even regardless of like what happens, the host has to let you in. Otherwise, you just get sent to backstage.
Sadly, this is not chess, where the king is only below the queen.
The king is only below. Okay, all right then. Anyway, yeah, so I was gonna say, oh yeah, it might not be like it was like a limbo-like existence, I guess, over there, where you're able to see and watch everything but never interact until you are let back into the mortal plane. And why did I?
I was just in a sunken place. Don't mind me.
Why did I think it was a good idea? I have two lights shining into my eyes, and I thought it was a good idea too. Like the bug-eyed thing. That was a bad idea.
Not the smartest move, not gonna lie.
There we go.
But a move nonetheless.
Yeah.
Did you floof the hair?
Nope. Not. I thought you were gonna say that way sooner, actually.
I'm gonna remind you every time till you stop forgetting.
Look at it. Honestly, I didn't actually forget this time. I just didn't do it. Quite honestly. I was like, oh yay, okay. Oh look, the scene has loaded for the 10 millionth time. Oh wait, I've got 9 minutes to make a thumbnail and set the stream up. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do that. Should I floof my hair first? Nah, that was me.
It just floof your hair. Do it now.
And here we are. 34 minutes later.
Floof the hair, my darling.
So in any case, this episode, Aaron's proposal plan. So I think this is where we start to really get to like Aaron's actual like endeavors. I mean, it's weird having a title that's referring to a plan that happens later. But I suppose again, it's sort of like trying to set up what I guess season 4 was going to be initially before Jason took over, I guess, and then it went into a very different direction. We are coming to the end of Jess's solo Mystreet writing experience. Which lasts longer than I did, actually, to be fair.
Well, she did have a series for longer, I believe.
Well, yeah. Although who knows, actually. It started off in November 2015 and it ended sometime May 2018. So the Mutant Girl may actually surpass Mystreet in terms of runtime at some point.
Yeah,
unless season 7 comes back. You never know.
Well, maybe. Well, yeah. I was gonna say, oh look, I can help, right? But no, I realize no, I really can't. It'll be too dark, too depressing.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Like, as far as like the co-writing experience goes with anyone, but mostly Aiden and I, because I co-write with Aiden more than anyone else, is that if it's a series that I'm doing, then and he suggests something, and he'll normally like he'll normally like say to me first, or if he'll put it in the script, then I will go over it and make changes later. Like I have executive control over like the actual what ends up being in the scripts themselves. There have been a couple of times when Pop's been shot by a random stranger. That never made it in. I wonder why that might be. Sometimes where actually I've been harsher, and Aiden wanted to give the characters a break, but I had some sort of theme in mind, so I decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. There's a couple of times when Aiden's, yeah.
But also, we do different themes. Like
true.
We have different.
That being said, that being said, we did say we're going to write series together, so we're going to have to find some sort of way to mesh that eventually.
Yeah, we did. Which one was it again? Was it? No, that was with you and Aiden again. It was that one. Yes, I remember now. It's coming all back to me.
Okay.
There's a thing with me. I forget sometimes, but like it'll all come back to me.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not like I don't care. It's just like my brain like pushes everything into the back burner until it become relevant again. Then like pin it for a while and take it down, make room for the next thing.
Yeah. Either that's all. I remind you. That happens too.
Of course.
Yeah. Speaking of remembering things, actually, I remember what I was going to ask you before. I wanted.
And what is it?
It's a very boring question. But yeah, it's like I just wanted to know like what prop you used in order to like have for the tranquilizer, basically. And yes, that is a spoiler. There's a tranquilizer in the episode. What a shock!
Did you
but
find
yeah, I
it?
know what prop that was.
Oh, I don't know. I'll look back on Gotcha for that and look for the number.
Okay, yeah. If you guys send an image after we do this,
and it was I shrink it down. I think it's the smallest point.
Okay, well, if you send me a picture of like the actual thing and like the dimensions and positioning, then that's perfect. That's all I need.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pop gets shot and Pop, yes, and gets a partner. Pop is secretly bi.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, Ada's been trying to give Pop a love interest too.
No, I'm not saying give Pop a love interest. I'm just saying she's bi.
Well, in order to know that she's bi, we'd have to know who she's attracted to, and therefore probably have some sort of.
No, it doesn't have to be a love interest. It just gotta be like if she is like a celebrity. It could be like a celebrity love interest. Like they could be playing a game. It could be like, I don't know. I don't know if Terry and them are together anyway. I have not read season 3, but yes, it could be like she's like in past and says, "Oh, I think Chris Evans is hot," and then Scarlett Johansson is hot too.
And this is the kind of thing that I would not have in this series because it's way too forced out of the blue, unless I weave it in properly.
It's fine.
Yeah, honestly, the reason I haven't given Pop a love interest at this point is because I honestly think she's so conceited that she can't see the benefit that anyone else can provide to her life, or like any sort of like attraction for anyone else other than herself.
Of course. Oh yes. Yes. We all know that Scarlett Johansson is way more than just hot. We all know that.
Okay, fair enough.
You're not gonna lose me to Scarlett Johansson, Jacob.
No, I understand that. I just know that I'm in the minority of people that don't actually find it that attractive, to be honest. But anyway, that's just me. Yeah.
Surprisingly, I'm in Jacob's small minority of people. In Jacob's minority of people we find attractive. I have no idea how I get in there. I just end up there, and I'm like, oh well, cool. Yay.
If you ever see if Chip does a face reveal, by the way, people will get to see why. But well.
I still don't understand what you're talking. Like where you're, like I understand I'm cute. Yeah, I know I'm cute and pretty. As anyone does.
Well,
but
think about I view of myself. You keep saying that I'm handsome, and I was like, okay, all right then. That's new.
But, Chad, don't you think Circles is a cutie boy? He's very handsome, in my opinion.
Okay, well, I thank you
In
for that.
everyone
And
else's opinion, it should be so.
I appreciate your opinion. I'm just saying that it's I don't know. Just
See?
never an opinion that I held of
Yes,
myself.
he is. Yes, he is adorable. You are adorable.
Okay, well, thank all of you. I'm just saying that in general, I didn't view myself in that way, and I don't tend to. That's what I was getting
So
at.
you see where I'm coming from when I say that, right? When I say that, when you say that, oh, the future, you understand why I'm like, oh, I know I'm cute, but like, do other people think I'm cute? Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. In my case, it's like, okay, well, I guess other people are correct, and they do clearly see something, and I'm glad that's the case. That's more like with me. But yeah.
You gotta find yourself attractive in order to find other people attractive,
Well, I find you attractive. So how does that even work? By that same logic.
Okay.
Yes.
So you don't find yourself attractive?
I don't. I've said it before. I don't.
Okay, Jacob. Let it be known that I'm gonna drill it into him that he's handsome until he accepts it, or he comes mildly accustomed to it. Just by
I mean, I am mildly accustomed to it, even if I don't necessarily see the same thing that you do. I'm glad that you see it, but who finds themselves attractive? Pop Josephine.
It's not like when you say attractiveness and when you say find yourself attractive, I don't mean like narcissism, like you fall in love with yourself.
No, I know
I'm
that.
saying it as you find qualities in yourself that you find that you would like to see in others.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and it's like I have the ability to find other people attractive, recognize that what attracts other people. Just a spell attractive doesn't have to be one of those people for me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yes, you have to love yourself before you can have a relationship.
So to prove that JB is adorable, we get a maid outfit photo shoot, s'il vous plaît. No, merci. No, but I honestly
what?
Well, Emma has already actually committed to getting me a maid outfit at some point. No idea when that's going to happen, by the way. But yeah, if that happens and if she does,
I should get a butler one.
We'll be sure to actually show that off on camera. That's only fair.
Yes, I should get a. You know what? Whenever you get a maid outfit, is the day the fashion review and get a butler outfit. That is
okay. Oh, we could do like a Quiet Treat Maid Suite Cafe thing and do an Apple reference. That would be amazing.
But we're gonna switch costumes.
We wouldn't fit into each other's clothes. Like
no, that's not what I
meant. All right, it's time to put on clothes for someone way shorter than me. Not gonna happen. No way.
Oh look, I have to wear something that's incredibly smaller than me. You know what? Let's fit. Yeah, I can feel my lungs constricting as we speak.
I'll just be going like, oh yeah, and someone's gonna come in, like Emma's gonna come with the camera and being like, and now we present Jacob the maid. I never said I wasn't gonna bounce around. I just end up doing so anyway. See, this is what I say. She makes me happy and she keeps me sane, even though I act crazier. This is what I was talking about. Anyway.
Well, you gotta realize, when he acts crazy, I act sane. When I act, you act sane. It's kind of we both can't act crazy at the same time. If we do that, we're gonna blow up someplace.
I feel like if I could both act crazy at the same time, we'd probably be just like we would drive something else crazy too. Just spread the craziness everywhere. I don't know. Yeah. Something along those lines.
Too crazy to walk into a bar.
Exactly. The bar then falls down. The walls cave in. Yeah. Oh, just looking at this.
I go to balance people, okay? I balance out.
Okay. So looking at the comments saying and Maya says you love yourself before you can have a successful relationship. I'm not saying that I don't love myself. I value other things about myself. Not so keen on my own appearance. That's all I'm saying.
And those values and those you value, you look for in a partner. That's the thing.
And I found a partner.
Yes, I am here. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do find like it can I do find things like that in our physical that I value in a partner, as in like trustworthiness, that kind of thingy.
Yeah.
Like in partner, like in friends in general. Like if I can't trust you, why am I around you? Like only
and I will say, you are a Slytherin. And one thing that you have actually mentioned, that I enjoy about me is is that I'm trying to actually make my dreams a reality. So you value my ambition, a Slytherin trait.
Yes.
And also my favorite color is green, so maybe that's something to do with it.
And my favorite color is red, so sadly I do not like blue.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't work with me. Yeah.
I forgot. It doesn't matter. You thought you were a Gryffindor? You didn't think you were a Hufflepuff at one point?
Oh no.
I just kind of
arbitrarily, as a child, I arbitrarily said I was a Gryffindor because I hadn't really thought it through. It's only when I actually thought it through, I was like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about this, Ravenclaw. Yeah.
You got the courage. You got the courage?
Well, that would be Gryffindor then if I had the courage.
I see like being a Slytherin is much more of like I relate to Slytherins more than I relate to Gryffindors and Ravenclaws, Hufflepuff. But when you say with Slytherins, they're very loyal to those they trust. They have great ambitions and they're very close. They create their own community of people they trust.
Which, of course, in some aspects, in terms of the Harry Potter history, has backfired on them, creating their own community. But in general, it's not a bad thing in principle. And also, one trait of Slytherin is fraternity as well, so that does make sense.
Yeah, that's why they create their own like families and things like that. Like, but not always is a good thing. But see, the fact that they create their own families and such like that. And his family doesn't have to be like, blood relation through marriage and all that stuff. It could be like friends or something.
Yeah, maybe one is a Slytherin then. Actually, I think about it. Maybe not the scales.
She got a genealogy. Yeah.
Absolutely, literally in the blood. Okay.
What you're thinking about? Your face went to the thinking face. The happy thinking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because now I thought I could actually do something in the future where I sort mutant girl characters into Hogwarts houses. That could be a future video.
You said, have you ever came back to me on that mutant girl cast?
The musical casting, which musical casting thing? What?
The cast quiz, like where you have like you give people a line, tell them what do you remember about your character that you play.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you know that I have already I haven't had time to set anything up recently, but yeah, who knows? At some point that will happen. Honestly, the one thing I know is going to happen.
If you wanted.
Okay, all right then. I mean, well, I'd want to. I'd want to give you some sort of like Empress questions for yourself, because Empress has got a very interesting history as a character. The
top snatch my father's weave. That's all I know.
Yeah, see, there's that, but there's also like the stuff that Nasib created for her before the musical even existed.
I'm hella rich.
Yeah, I know. There wasn't too much of like a character dimension to her at first, which is where I kind of like stepped in mostly. But
can I help with determining them? Jacob, might I pose a great question?
Oh, can I help with honestly, yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I can kind of I can kind of see that. Maybe yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, see what kind of things that you've picked up on, because I feel like I might go too obscure or something with some of my, if I was to decide. Who knows? Also,
when I would be
thank you. Yeah. And maybe.
Julius would
Malik
be
a
a
Slytherin?
Slytherin. No,
I don't.
no, Julius.
I don't think
Julius
so.
is totally a Slytherin.
I don't think
I
so.
think so. I think so.
No, I'd say he's more Hufflepuff than Malik is. In fact.
Nah, I don't see Julius like that.
Okay. Well, I mean,
But
out of all of them, he's not. He's probably one of the least ambitious people. At least, he's mostly content where he is and just wants to make everyone else happy. Obviously, he's got fraternity, but also got loyalty, which is more of the same traits in Hufflepuff. And that's why I kind of see him more as that.
maybe
He's got
a
some academic.
Gryffindor.
He's got academic brain as well, but not as much as Morwenna. So she might actually sway more to
Maybe
it.
he's a Gryffindor.
Maybe I'd say maybe I don't know. I mean, to be honest, they've all been pretty brave for this for this season in general. So they've all done certain feats of bravery at least. But I don't know if Judas has been more specifically that.
Pop, Terry, and Pop is slow. Slytherin, nah, she's there on the phone. Kid.
Honestly, yeah, I think no, I'd say Pop definitely is a Slytherin. I'm not just saying that because bad guy. No, I feel like actually she does fit in with that, as do Terry and Kylie. Malik, maybe not so much actually.
And how did maybe Mark is a Slytherin, but he's not. But like, he doesn't like. Cause in order, I think that we have to be in the same house because I think that'll be the reason and why Mark went to her. So I would feel be in the same house. Like Mark would be a Slytherin, I believe.
I don't. Well, again, that goes into.
Mark is not just a villain. Still, I think Mark would be a Slytherin. Mark would be a Slytherin.
I was gonna say Mark. I don't think there's ever been a time when Mark was really properly a villain. I made sure in season 1 that he never actually directly teases anyone.
But
he's kind of he's kind of there when it happens.
No, as per se, being a Slytherin is not just men.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not just linking Pop and Terry and Kylie into there just for the sake of it. I do think that they actually, I mean, particularly because of what you said, that family, but also because Terry and Kylie, they view Pop's popularity, in fact, and that's one of the reasons that they actually stuck around with her for so long. So they're the more toxic side of Slytherin, the one that we actually get to see more of, disappointingly, in the Harry Potter books. Mom is probably
Maybe one day. Right. Like Raina is a Gryffindor for sure. Raina is definitely a Gryffindor. Make her Hufflepuff. I wouldn't make her Slytherin. I wouldn't make her. She'd be a Gryffindor.
Yeah, I see it. Yep, I agree with that one. Definitely. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Terry was oddly loyal to Pop for a period of time. Well, yes, so was Kylie by that same logic. Camilla agrees in season 1, Mark was a Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw, actually. It depends. I don't know. He's somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I have to think about him. He's a hat stall for me. Okay, right. That was a weird tangent. We've always been doing this for an hour.
Okay.
It's not the episode yet.
All right. The conversation. Maybe one day stream was just conversation.
Oh yeah. One day. I definitely haven't had plenty of those already. We've been going for 3 hours. Where's the time? We were talking about anime. I don't know. It wasn't anime, probably something else.
We were talking about Slytherin. We were talking love, the importance of it, relationship, and we were finally talking about food. No,
personal image and stuff. Yeah. but yeah, I will say, yeah, one thing that I know is going to happen at some point after this episode of Musical finally comes out, is that eventually, well, A, there's going to be a season edit, and B, there will be there'll be some sort of thing where we watch the episodes back. Now I might save that for the 3rd anniversary, like the stream that I do on that day as well, because that's normally what I do, and I actually finally get to show off how much is there, rather than just like a comparison to the remake. But yeah, I'll have to I'll think about that, because who knows, it might be already like doing like watching the episodes that comes out in the new Mutant Girl like theme server or something, because I got a voice chat in there that I would watch episode 10 with people in. So yeah, I'm not sure. But at some point, we will be doing a thing where we're just like discussing like the entire season 2, and you'll see why the scene I'm doing is so important, because it ties in everything. But yeah, speaking of things that need to tie in, a 3rd part of an Aphmau 3-parter. That's got to count for something, and it seems that from what Aiden and I have gathered for this episode, Aphmau kind of dropped the ball a little bit with as far as her quality for 3-parters, because she stepped it up absolutely for like Phoenix Drop High, and also weirdly enough in Nova Paradise 2, I think, but then it sort of like went back down again. And while we're here, not much has really happened so far, apart from Sylvana being annoying, which of course
we've been just jiving.
Absolutely, much like in this stream, in fact. So, without further distraction, please God, on with the reaction.
Yeah, just bring.
Okay, first thing I can see. Oh, hi, Emmeline. Fancy seeing you here. I do hope that causes no complications in the future, seeing you in the background like that. But also, I do like the effect of the camera. It seems like the camera's doing like a bit of like a zooming in, but not, and then immediately zooming out, but not all the way again, so it can keep like pulsing forwards. That's an interesting effect, actually. Not to mention, it's also on a sweeping shot. What I imagine happened is that whatever like recording mod they used, they had the tracking shot already in place, and then they like did the zoom in an editor. That's what I'm guessing. Why is Emmeline there? Well, because she's their friend. She's been there since the beginning, as a human being, of course, all the way from season 1, sometime further back. Because that's how continuity works.
Is that a plot hole?
Oh, it's a plot hole.
Is that a plot hole?
It's a plot hole, all right.
Oh man.
Okay, right. Not going too crazy right now.
Interesting.
The guy that Emmeline dated looks like the guy next to her and Lucinda. Yeah, that's probably Kenma. Yeah, they are usually seen together now. So, and they're still dating. You know, they had their first kiss anniversary last year. That's got to count for something. Even though their first kiss was New Year's, and yet the first kiss anniversary was during the fall festival. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. It's okay. There's nothing.
Kiss anniversary.
It is the anniversary of their first kiss, of course, which was celebrated not.
Well, what's the point of that?
The point of that was because Kemmer and Emmeline were supposed to be like the adorably cute ones that only appeared every so often. So it was like, not much to do with them apart from, oh yeah, they're dorks, they're dating. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, that's where that came from.
That's business.
Yes, but obviously, we've got more dimension. Thank Christ. Okay.
Lawrence, calm down. She'll get
my ship.
Wait a second. Never mind. Oh yeah, your ship literally blocking 2 dating characters right now. That's got to
my
be
ship.
Wait, that's got to be some sort of metaphor, isn't it? Gareth and Lawrence as blocking out a cannon ship, and in the eyes of the audience. That's got to be some sort of beautiful metaphor there. Oh look, Shani actually made the same joke as you did.
They're my ship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
When she gets here.
I am calm.
Right, sure. You're really zaning it right now.
Oh yeah. Speaking of dating, yeah. Welcome to Lawrence's love life.
Zaning?
It's a word I made for anyone who
Lawrence,
does something
get with
Zane would do.
Terry.
Right now, you're acting like Zane when
Wait,
something
why did that not catch on? Why did Zane never catch on? Gareth, you should have made that a thing. Come on, even I might have catch neutral on.
is obviously wrong. But he's
No,
Is it
Gareth.
That's a ship name?
Yes, Gareth Lawrence. Gareth.
It's Lawrence?
Yes.
I ship him
or
with a poly
Gareth.
couple. I'm sorry. I have a poly
As a
couple in
polycouple
mind.
with who? Athmal, by chance?
No, Garrett, Lawrence,
Yes.
and the man with a T name is Terry. Yes, that's my
Travis.
ship.
I
Travis.
can see
Well,
where you're coming from, but also, good God.
don't-
Okay.
Good God, what? You're gonna say good God a lot.
trying with no effort.
I
So,
do.
yeah.
It's one of my things. Yeah.
No, you're gonna
Shall
say it a
return
lot
and
in this,
food.
for this whole.
Oh yeah. Speaking of food, welcome back the big bowl of popcorn again. Big tub of popcorn. Got this.
But to hide it.
That's popcorn.
Hey, Irene. Am I that bad right now?
Yup.
Ugh. Sorry, honestly, I didn't think I was acting nervous at all.
Well, you are.
I
Oh,
also
yeah,
wasn't
maybe it could
expecting
be
Kim to
Dante
say yes
X
to coming to
Lawrence
this
X
party.
Garth.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they were the original ones.
B?
Travis came on as a new guy.
4 of them.
Yeah, that's the more logical
Travis
one.
X Dante. Garth.
Yeah, just because Travis and Dante.
And they all
Okay,
come
yeah, Travis
together
and
and
Dante.
they raise a child.
I mean, to be honest, I can sort of see. Well, actually, wait a minute. One time they did try and raise Lawrence's baby brother a little bit. They tried looking after him. Lawrence was away, so it wasn't entirely all of them, but that did happen, and it was absolute madness.
It could be 4 men and a baby. That's the show. A baby.
I don't think you've ever heard of the classic American comedy 2.5 Men, have you?
I have watched all of 2.5 Men. Don't shame me. And
Wait, all of it?
yes, all of it.
That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm just saying this would be
Yeah,
more like, you know, like
For some reason, I
like
got.
2.5
I was
Men.
into like. Yeah, it's what I was imagining, honestly. But like, yeah, like I watched all 12 seasons of 2.5 Men like a madman for some reason.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, 2 of them did get married.
Party.
Yeah.
Well, she did. How long have you been talking to her?
2 months.
You haven't.
2 months? Excuse you, Lawrence. You only mentioned this now. And then he came into, like, you would have thought that Garth and Zane would have caught on by this point, but then he caught on when he was like texting late at night and he had his phone, like the textiles and stuff. If that was the thing, they should have noticed he was. That does not work. No.
The only reason Jacob's offended right now is the fact that we've been together for 2 months and he told everyone like by day 2.
No, that's not what I meant. But
I know.
Lawrence and Kim. Yeah, Lawrence and Kim aren't actually a thing.
They're not.
Yeah, well, no, they're just texting. They're in the texting phase, you know. That classic
Are we?
dating story.
What's a texting phase?
It's like a talking phase, but not in person.
Yeah, I never learned all these phases before.
Good,
Like,
because they're mostly rubbish, to be honest.
Met?
I don't
Or
understand.
talked on the phone? Or sent pics to each other?
No,
Well, you guys
I
never-
wanted to make
wait.
sure she was.
Wait, so you just went from the texting phase? I believe that's the first phase, and then you just went. You never talked to each other. You never like interacted with each other, and just like let's meet in person. That's kind of creepy. But okay.
If you're talking about Lawrence and Kim, they met in high school.
Oh, that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
So I know there's a real person. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Was a good person before I let her get to know me that closely.
Good. Then this meeting will be worth it.
Yeah, she's almost here. I can't do this.
I will say, I wonder what's crueler actually. Inviting somebody who you're not quite dating yet, in to a very public party in person with all your friends, or inviting your actual girlfriend to a family quiz. I don't know.
Oh, I would have cracked.
Oh, what if you were in a party in person? I know.
Yeah, I don't like parties in general. Imagine and then add on nervousness to the fact that I'm meeting someone I haven't seen since high school, and that's like what I'm believing was 17 years ago.
Something along those lines. Maybe a little bit less for them, but somewhere like that.
Yeah, but still, I'll be very nervous. I don't even know if I'll be able to do that. Honestly.
Oh wait, I've got to show a video of there's it's like a social anxiety thing. It's called Meet Your Social Anxiety. It's by Daniel Thrasher. He's about to go to a party, and then his anxiety comes in, like he's playing a different character, and it is.
Oh, I've seen it.
Oh, you have? Okay.
You showed it to me.
Oh, of course I did. Yeah. All right. Well, stream. I should show you the video. It may contain a few swear words in it, but I'll warn people
On your
if they're still here.
I'm just saying, like, to invite like your person you're talking to, I believe, to a big social gathering, and just like that's a lot of pressure. I don't think that's a very ideal place, honestly. Maybe like you meet them one-on-one and then go to the party, and not just like invite to the party one-on.
Yeah, I mean, if you know they're a real person, then that obviously works. If you're into a public venue, they can't be doing anything to you. They don't if they're a fake person. But yeah,
murder.
Well, yes, but a very public murder with several witnesses. What do you think? This is notorious mass murderer, Sirius Black. Anyway.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes, you can, Lawrence.
What about Zara?
What about her?
I just realized how stupid I was to invite her. I haven't even talked to her that much, and I just threw all my standards out the window because I was so caught up with the Kenneman.
A complication
what the heck are you saying?
of the Mystreet boys' romantic lives involving two girls at once. Boy, sure glad this hasn't shown up before.
Didn't Love Island had that? Or whatever.
Love Paradise.
Not Love Island. Love Paradise. Love Island is the whole reality show.
I know it is. It's quite popular here, and people talk about it a lot, to an annoying degree sometimes. But yeah, Love Paradise. Yeah, that happened with Dante. It's almost like, you know what? I can kind of see why Jess was starting to fizzle out of writing this on her own, because I feel like when she can't really come up with many convincing love dramas surrounding boys that don't involve some sort of them being perceived as a player or a two-timer or something like that, two girls at once. It's almost like she's like, oh yeah, that's what trips up all the guys. There's nothing else that in their relationships that ever comes to them their complications. Meanwhile, all the girls could be emotional and introspective and stuff.
Males can have the same emotional problems as a female love lines. Like, you don't have to make things really hard.
They can in this series, so they just don't. I agree with you.
Yeah, you don't really you don't have to think that hard for it. You just oh my, okay, this girl's doesn't have any confidence in her appearance, so we can do it to that boy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've said this before, but with the gender of pretty much all of my characters in everything I've done, usually it's a 50-50, minus parents, obviously, because, takes two to tango. But yeah.
You know something I might do?
Hmm?
You remember I was doing gender bent of the mutant girl characters?
Oh, yes, Pip Joseph's gang being a very good example of that, yes.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, why don't you use them and make them into a altered intro?
An altered intro?
Of the first season intro. Or second, I don't know, second season.
Maybe.
Or the second, it's not the second
Yeah.
season design.
I might put that on the Pure Gotcha channel simply because I don't want to have like anything on here that could be perceived as on this channel that's Gotcha that could be perceived as non-canon because that gets complicated. But yeah, there's more than boy and girl. Yeah. So, but yeah. So I mean, it's just in terms of parents because like a lot of them, if you want to like sire a person into existence, or if if like adoption doesn't come into the story or isn't like an option for whatever reason, then yeah, that happens. Particularly in my pro stories, there's a lot of times when like adoption was really not a thing that would ever happen, and sometimes it actually drives the plot. So who knows?
A good plot line. There's someone randomly getting like dropped off a baby and then they have to raise it. Like that would be the idea for the Travis X, Gareth X, Lawrence X.
Of course, yes.
Oh, just one random character. I vote for Gareth. Because just trusted a baby and it's like.
I think you missed the episode where they actually look after Lawrence's baby brother.
I was there.
Oh well, then that happened. That's pretty much what happened.
I know, but like I'm thinking more of like prominently.
Okay.
Give us
some NBs. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, fair enough. Actually, yeah.
What's an NB?
It's like NB, non-binary, but they say it. But it's when it's spelled out, it sounds like NB, so they spell it, ENBY.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never read a non-binary character.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, me neither. I need to do that. That's a good point.
I've written a trans character.
And same.
I've written a drag queen character.
I haven't done that. Yeah. And also, I'm not telling anyone.
Yeah, I might introduce that character to you one day. He's legit my favorite one.
Who knows? People might already know this trans character. Might be that
you're not subtle, hon. You're not subtle, hon. You're laying on a bit thick.
Well, I mean, they might guess what series this person is in, but they haven't guessed it.
Yes. Fleck can't see anything.
Mm-hmm. And actually, to be honest, I have been subtle with trans characters in the past sometimes. Like I actually there's a character called I can't remember his last name, but his first name is Axel. He was born Annabeth. And actually and yeah, he actually appears very fittingly enough in a 2017 fan fiction I made of the Harry Potter universe. So yeah.
Of course.
So yeah, I had a trans character in the series for the author of which ended up being a TERF.
Who hates trans characters?
I don't know, but that's somehow like
I used to read. I used to read fan fictions, Harry Potter fan fictions, right? Where they made Harry trans, or like, yeah, they made him trans.
Okay.
I have read stories like that, and honestly, like that's kind of right now. But
to be fair, Harry could be a girl's name too.
Can I go on a small tangent?
The girl who lived.
Yes, Voldemort supports Harry's transition. He supports.
Voldemort, he just cares about like blood supremacy. He doesn't care. You can be trans as long as you're pure blood. That's how he works. Yeah.
So he's like the boy. Oh wait, you trans now? Oh okay, got you. The girl. Anyway.
Can you imagine progressive Voldemort?
Yeah. But the thing I'm saying, I was gonna say something about how.
Can you imagine like on one of those rallies where there's like people got like against the bathroom bills, they didn't want to like pass that. There was like people, maybe people like campaigning against trans rights. Voldemort shows up going like, Happy Pride Month to all.
Some of his Death Eaters are trans. Don't knock him. He has an off day,
Mm-hmm.
But
yes. I have a ready supply of polyjuice potion for all of my transitioning Death Eaters. Constant supply. They keep reestablishing themselves and transforming into. Okay.
You know something I found I don't like in some Harry Potter fan fictions?
Go on.
It's when I understand you deviate from the plot and make it like their own. I like that when they do that. But when they
Mhm.
change like Harry's name in the book, I don't like read no more. Like that's my one pet peeve. Like when they change Harry's name to something random, like a whole different name.
Okay.
Like I've seen his name turn from Harry to Zach to Aiden to Alec.
Oh yes, all of those classic.
Zach popular one though. Zach is a popular one.
Interesting.
I don't know. It just like throws me off, and like
Then again, you did say you like the name Zach.
Zachariah. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
probably not gonna be able to use it no more. But yeah,
Yeah, well.
no, it's like
Yeah.
kind of. I really like that
Like,
name. And I guess I can use
Did I
it.
ever like release the video where I was reading through my that Harry Potter fan fiction? I'm not sure if I did. I never finished it, but who knows? Maybe I should do a video on that at some point.
I'll re-edit.
Mhm.
Oh my
I
god,
don't know.
comments.
Yeah. Wait. Yes. Like, male to female Harry X Voldemort. Oh yes. Please date me, murderer.
Wait,
who
why
killed
would
my parents, who's 50 years older than me.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
I've read. Honestly, I'm still scarred from what I read. I don't know
Mhm.
what year I read that story. I don't know when. I just know I read it and I can never find it again. I was like, it was so messed up, and I never found I never found that story again.
That may be a blessing.
Yes, it was definitely a blessing. But I wanted to see if it was real. I remember what happened in the story, and I can't find it again. This story I wasn't creating.
Hmm.
It
Oh,
was
well.
just messed up.
I've
It had
seen more
another one too.
More Aiden for Peter Parker, not Harry Potter.
Why are
Okay.
they changing Peter Parker's name?
Why are they changing Harry Potter's name?
I don't know. Like for him, they always change it for the reason of saying, "Oh, he had powers unlocked," "Oh, he got adopted," or "He got like some other like magical decision." I don't know. Some about his true appearance was being blocked through some kind of magic spell. Then he got
What?
long hair, gets pale. He gets either. At one
What?
point, he had red hair, and then he was like. Honestly, I read a lot of books
Okay,
like
see,
that, and it's like
here's the thing that I don't like in any fan fictions actually is just blatant character assassination. Like if you want to create your own character, create your own character. If you want to replace a character with your own one, replace that character. I've done that myself actually, mostly with Percy Jackson, actually not with Harry Potter. But still, like it's happened before, and yeah, but the point is that person then is your own. Don't just like take a figure that people recognize and just don't bother to represent them properly. Like that just doesn't make any sense to
yeah,
me.
I don't mind like small changes. Like maybe he had a different hairstyle and all that. So I don't mind small changes. I don't
think that's
mind it.
why I don't. I
But
think
when
that's why I don't like I don't like a lot of the a lot of like ships in general for lots of characters actually, even for Athmau characters. Because when I see people like just arbitrarily put them together without any sort of build up or reason for them, it just comes across as if the characters would
here's
never
the thing.
do.
I've seen actually I may have to like be a little bit against that one a bit on the fact that there are some ships that an artist, the writer does so well, giving them like a proper build up and everything from in the story,
Oh, yeah.
and is not from the source material, that you are very believable. You like it a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what?
I have read
if that's the thing, then sure. But people just aren't. But people just don't do that a lot of the time. Most of the ships that I've seen, like even to the extent of gacha characters and stuff, there's a reason when that people came to me and just asked me if two characters looked good together, because that's all some people care about. They'll just focus on
Wait,
what the characters
what?
look like and what they act and how
Wait,
they
hold
actually
on.
gel together. It's like,
Because-
oh yeah, we'll just we'll just I like these characters.
Oh,
together.
I
The
have
only
read
reason
a
they
Tony.
are
I have read a
different
Tony
characters.
Erodi story. I
Hmm.
have. Like on shipping wise, there's one ship But like, let me go with MCU. 'Cause I know MCU ships a lot.
Okay.
What is a ship that I never like? People don't really use. That I really that made me want to ship them. Bruce Banner, X Hawkeye. Hear me out.
Okay.
That ship in particular was my. I love that ship, and I only reason I liked it was because of one story. One story wrote it so well that I fell in love with the ship, even though no one writes about it.
Okay.
I had a story written for that ship. I deleted it because I went too far.
I've seen your
It's
I've
still-
seen your fan
part-
pictures. The fact that you're saying you
parts
went
of
too far.
It's
in
still
one
up.
thing.
Yes, I went too far. Like I part in my draft, I still have it, but I have some parts still out, but not the full. Like no one has seen the full one in years.
Oh god, I have to listen to this now.
No, you don't. You don't have to see it. Why do you want to see?
All of my terrible fan things are still public.
You know what? I'll promise. I'll show it to you. If I don't know, you know that'll be my wedding gift to you. I don't know.
Oh yeah, what a fantastic gift.
I'm joking, but like for real, I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I still in my drafts though.
Okay, yeah. Well, fair enough.
What the heck, Shiny say here? What? No, Shiny. No.
Yeah, no, that is definitely wrong. I hear wedding bells. Yeah, instead of getting down on one knee with a ring, she just get down on one knee and then just roll out a piece of paper, recently printed.
Bruce Banner point of view.
Okay, fair enough. But honestly, like in general, I do trust your judgment as far as when you read a story.
When I go too far,
because I don't mean about that. To be honest,
Oh.
although that too actually. But I made I trust your judgment in terms of ships because you actually look at characters as characters and not just like as as props and dolls that people are just gonna make kissy faces to each other and stuff. That's what it feels like to me when I see a lot of a lot of fan fictions or a lot of like fan shows or anything that just people just don't really do anything about, or even like an art post or stuff. I've seen art posts around sometimes, but yeah, just a lot of the time it just feels like that one kid that's like lit up a couple of dolls and just goes like this, and that's it.
Like I can tell you some
I need
ships that don't make
substance.
sense.
In order to
Like
get me behind a ship, I need substance to it.
Yeah. When I really think of it, like a ship that arguably I don't ship, it's not because it's a bad ship. It's just that I don't really care for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that would be like Natasha X Bucky. That's for the MCU. I see it, but I don't like it no more. Like I used to ship it, but I don't like it anymore.
This is going to be a very unpopular opinion, and but I don't care. One of the ships that gets under my skin a lot of
Baku
the time,
Deco?
actually, well, actually, that one too. I've talked about that one at length before. But yeah, Baku Deku, because again, it's just it's bully.
Bakugo is so abusive to Deku emotionally and mentally. It's kind of like that. Like I understand it, but I think where you want find enjoyment in it, but like I only have one toxic ship, so leave me. So I can't keep the next one. So
wait,
Anywho.
what toxic ship do you have? Hold on a second.
I have a toxic ship, and it's canon. It's like canon toxic ship.
Okay.
That I love. It's
Please
from
continue.
this show. It's from this show called Shameless.
Well, that's
if anyone if anyone in the chat knows Shameless, you will know the ship I'm talking about.
All right. Deku
It's
Todo
like-
Baku.
They're very
Yeah,
violent
it's
with each
like-
other.
Dude, I was like post season
Todoroki?
2. Yeah, post season 2, Todo Deku doesn't bother me that much. Baku Deku still, no way.
Isn't?
But yeah,
I'm
was
pretty
gonna
sure
say
Bakugo is being shipped with Hiroshima. No, his name is Hiroshima.
Kirishima, yes.
Yes.
I'd argue that one works too because he does give Kirishima a hard time too, but Kirishima doesn't take it personally. and he actually brings out the positive side. They have a really good dynamic between each other, actually, that they can play off of. Bakugo and Deku do not.
But like, yes, I agree with Maya. You see, Bucky and Natasha is meh. It's meh. They aren't okay. They're both spies. They're just meh. They don't have much chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I should Bucky with Sam because I like how it is.
Yeah. Also, Kiri Deku is great. Is it? I mean, I haven't seen that much of Deku and Kirishima interacting just by themselves. They're normally just in group situations, aren't they? I don't really think they've ever had a problem.
I just saw a post recently on TikTok. I redownloaded TikTok today, and one of the few videos I saw was like someone explaining why does the My Hero Academia girls feel shallow and feel hollow. Because I remember when I watched the first season. When I watched the first season, I wasn't in the fan base at the time. I wasn't really in that My Hero Academia fandom all the time, actually. But like when I watched the show, none of the girls like stood out to me like, oh, I like her. No, not a single one. Like I was like, oh my gosh, she seemed interested. No, I've seen your character 100 times. I'm bored. You haven't had any interest.
That may be the case. If you've seen the same kind of like archetypes represent or something like that, then maybe. But I don't know. To be honest, I do enjoy a lot of their characters actually. Not really all of them, but quite a lot of them. Not be too fond of Momo, to be honest. Actually, weirdly enough, ironically,
I actually one of my favorite characters from My Hero Academia was actually Ida. Just gonna say, I actually like Ida. I mean, that's
you mean Ida? No, he's my actual
Ida.
Favorite. Yes.
Yeah,
my actual
favorite. Liked him.
Well, actually, no. Hold on. My favorite. My favorite's between like Ida and Mei Hatsune.
Yeah, I like Ida. He was cool. I actually enjoyed him.
I would give you a high five right now, but just obviously no cameras or whatever.
I'll give you a mental high five.
Okay. There we go. Yes, Ida. Amazing. And yes, I'll give you a high five to Maya for May, definitely. Yep. Okay.
But on the topic of ships, tying it back into Aphmau for you, before we go off topic. Aphmau,
but sure.
Huh?
I didn't say what ship grinding my gears before,
Well, you could do it.
All right. Okay, yeah, again, unpopular opinion, but it wasn't Bakudeko I was going to talk about, although that is another example. The one ship, I was going to stay on Harry Potter topic for a bit, the one ship that really grinds my gears a lot of the time whenever I see it happen is Drarry. And the reason for that...
Let me leave. I'm going to leave. See ya.
The reason for that...
Good luck in the stream.
...is, once again... protagonist and antagonist, they never really have a proper bonding moment. They have they're cordial to each other in future years, but
go to sleep, my darling.
We don't really get to see that, and B, that their whole relationship, I know that Draco tried to be Harry's friend at the first point, but that was mostly a status thing, and it was that rejection that he battled with for a long time. They've done horrible things to each other, actually, particularly from Draco's point of view.
Yeah, Shiny, I'm gonna leave with you. Where's the car?
I knew you'd say that. And and people that try and put them together never bother to remedy this. And I've seen
okay.
You know how you said the Makame characters, you've seen them a bunch of times, particularly the girl characters. Well, I've seen characters where it's like, oh yeah, dating my bully or something like that in plenty of gacha shows. That's just ruining the entire concept for me.
Yeah. After this stream, right, I'm gonna show you something, okay? Well, show you something to listen to, and I want us to listen to it together, okay?
Okay. I mean, all right then.
I was going to
go back to the scene after this.
You're gonna do
too much.
Oh, we're in the DeLorean, Shiny. Very nice.
In the flying car. No, I think he means the Ford, the flying car.
Oh, he means
Arthur Weasley.
I mean that can work too.
Yeah, the DeLorean doesn't fly all the time. In fact, it mostly doesn't. It's only the second movie, really. Anyway, I like the first few frames of the third
Like,
one. The middle
like Jerry is something is Jerry a ship you need to take time with in terms of it cannot when it's done well when it's either at the beginning of high school when they're young and they built up or at the end of high school when they're just adults. That's the
See,
only time I've seen it done
once
well.
again, that goes into what I was saying. Once again, you have to do it well, but like the other time, every time I see it done, it's just not the case. People
Yeah, it shouldn't.
people kind of see some sort of like shallow idea of, oh yeah, they're fighting because they like each other or something, or they're so
No,
aggressive to
no,
each other,
it's
and
not that.
and blah blah blah. And that's all that I've seen. So that just like every time I just like, oh come on.
I need to
this
show you some
again,
good.
like,
So I need to show you. I need to show you the good Jerry. Okay. Like I need
you know what? Fair
you
enough.
say you trust me on strips. I'll show you the good Jerry.
All
The
right,
Jerry
then
that actually has sense to it.
maybe Mai should show you some good Bakudeku then in that case.
It's not that I hate Bakudeko, it's just that it bores me. It really does bore me.
Okay.
I hate Deku. I really just don't like Deku.
So yeah.
I hate Deku. Like honestly, I do hate Deku.
The Drive with the Tragedy is great. Well, I mean, I'd say that all Drowry has tragedy in the sense of, you're basically dating the person that's giving you like emotional abuse for years, a lot of the time.
Like
Again,
yeah, that's the thing. That's why I say. That's why I say when it but like in the first year, second year, I think like it's building up from there. When they have a build up from first and second year, getting along.
I will say like at that point they're not bad to each other yet, but they're still pretty bad.
But and also after the adults they're more mature and they're able to put aside like these differences and stuff like that. And actually get to know each other.
There's some things that imagine if somebody had hurt you to that kind of point. Like you said yourself, you value trustworthiness in people. If someone has like let you down and hurt you so many times before, would you ever consider them in a million years? And that's my problem with it.
I hold grudges. I hold grudges for life. But yeah, but for real, Jerry is something you need to be very careful with. A lot of people has done it wrong.
What about Snape and James?
Actually, I actually read a good story. I actually read a good story from that. Like an actual very good story that actually went into detail and actually went into the harm that James did to Snape.
Oh,
I actually read one.
Thank you.
I have read one. I think I still have it. I don't know if I still have it saved somewhere. Yeah, but I had loved that story.
Yeah, because like actually there's a good point to think about. Like actually there's like the one scene that Harry witnesses where James lifts Snape off the ground and pull down his trousers. People actually don't realize this, but when somebody says, oh yeah, let's take off Snively's pants or something like that, yeah, he's not referring to trousers like Americans would think. And if he's not referring to those, then that goes into some very different types of abuse to people. Just thinking about that.
But like this one in particular, I believe started before James had let Snape out at when what is it again? Remus had turned. I think Remus had turned a werewolf. Like Snape was there. Yeah, I think it happened before that or at that time.
Okay. Well, I mean that's not a good example. That's not a good example. James, James and that crew, like all the Marauders, almost killed Snape. Please take me now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. As I said, these ships are like certain ships are only bad if one they're illegal, and two, they are just done bad.
Okay, who was it before? Speaking of illegal ships, actually, who was it before that said Harry X Voldemort, a teenager and a 50-year-old man or 60-year-old man?
Maya, hide yourself. The police cars are coming.
Please do. Yes. I think I've also seen Harry and Snape being explored before, or something like that. Not here, but somewhere else. Someone said that.
I've read it. Did I like it? Nah, no, no,
Mhm.
no. Yeah. I don't, I
I
don't,
know.
I just don't find Snape attractive like that. Like, find them
Hmm.
attractive to,
Yeah,
no, 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 no.
there's just too much
Yeah.
baggage there. Yeah, that's another thing. That's
Yeah,
another thing.
like,
Ships with baggage. That's why. Because I mean, I don't like it when there's too much baggage or anything at all. Like, what's the point? There's other options out there. Why indulge for so long like you've got no other choice?
hmm
Yeah, part of the points of Harry Potter books is making choices and having that ability.
And then also another Harry Potter ship that I don't like. I don't like people who makes Ron homophobic all of a sudden. I
That's the
that's
thing.
like odd. I don't. Yes, like in a lot of the books, Ron is very homophobic.
Oh,
Like, why are you? Like, they make him very homophobic, and Hermione is like, ew, like, oh, why are you
oh,
doing this?
right,
Like,
of course. I
homophobic
think I
too.
know why then. In that case,
And
it's probably to
also,
drive up their arguments because that's an essential part of their dynamic, which people don't understand either. Their arguments and stuff are all about like debates and banter, like the kind of stuff that we're doing now actually, and Harry doesn't understand that. That's why he constantly tries to split them up, and they actually retaliate towards him because they have that kind of connection to each other. People don't get that, so they kind of see that as arguments. So of
and
course, Hermione being the
and this
activist of the group, of course, Ron's gonna have to be the homophobe in that case because of
and
course, yeah.
another thing that happens also that I actually do
Mhm.
like in the book, I actually something such a is Dumbledore bashing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Dumbledore. I really don't like him.
Okay.
And like his whole reasoning system, I don't like him for that.
I mean, that's
He's
that's
on
fair.
this
I
he's on
know.
the same
I think
line as the Dursleys.
the same line as the Dursleys. That's no way. These are the same level as the Dursleys. I mean, the thing is
Yes,
that
to me.
with Dumbledore, like, yeah, he gets revered by all the characters because of his power and because of his wisdom and everything, which makes sense. But he himself
He's
knows that not everything that he does is perfect. He's under that pressure that he actually has to always perform because that is the whole Wizarding world basically relies on him, and it makes a couple of wrong decisions, which lead to partly like
yes.
from
Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Sorry, I'm cutting you off, but Maya just did a good point to me.
raised what? Which point was this?
But Harry gets raised with Draco. Like that was like me wanted to build up like for the ships kind of thing.
Well, I hope it's not built up a ship between Harry and Draco because that's like marrying your own brother. That's
No,
that's
I meant like raised up as childhood best friends. That's what thing.
okay. That's fine. Okay, so anyway, that's I
That's
was
what.
saying about I was saying about
Sorry.
Dumbledore actually. That's why he doesn't seek out power. Like he's been requested to like become Minister for Magic 3 times and denied it because he knows in his past when he did seek out that kind of power for himself that he wasn't good. He wasn't good at it. It wasn't good for him, and it drove him to it drove him so insane with power that his sister died because of it. And he knows that he's not a perfect person. And like in the books, he actually has a full on breakdown in front of Harry, realizing like how much of a mess up he's actually made. So like that's why I love Dumbledore so much because he's not just like the whole wise old mentor that you actually get to see all the time. He actually does have moments where he actually appears to be human. Even up to his death, that whole Severus Police thing was the most vulnerable Harry'd ever seen him, like the most human he'd ever appeared. Right before his
Mm-hmm.
life ends. So yeah, I love Dumbledore.
Well, well, yeah. Well, I guess that's one of the things we would not like on. We have a difference in it. See, we're not the same, but we got differences and we talk about them.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the kind of thing that Ron and Hermione would do, and then Harry would break them up for that.
Hey, but yeah.
Jacob starts now questioning the entire conversation Harry Potter. Yeah, you're right, actually.
But it's
Yeah, I
not
mean,
like well, it's
yeah.
not just Harry Potter. We talk about in terms of ships and character dynamics.
Yeah, that's true. It's just been lots of Harry Potter themes coming up every now and then. Like we were talking about sorting
MCU,
your cats into Hogwarts houses before.
and then we went. like ships are in general. And tying back to Aphmau like I was gonna do, I was trying to tie it back to Aphmau.
Yeah. I
Like
want to get the Harry Potter out
back
of
to
the way
the
first, but yeah, on out.
back to the ship between I guess Aphmau and Jason, and not Jason, Aphmau and Aaron.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic that in real life, J&J, A&A,
They did that on purpose. That's not ironic.
their
That's just,
children all gonna be A's.
they made a conscious choice to do that. That was the thing.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like in Minecraft Diaries, they have a child called Alina. Same idea.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love this rate of a minute an hour. Rate of a minute for an hour.
Oh yeah, 24 minutes a day. Yeah. Hopefully not, because again, I do have a scene to do and also clearly something to listen to now as well about Drarry. So again, looking forward to a very, very fun rest of the day and the night.
Yay! Floof
I'm
the hair?
listening to you, so I don't mind so much.
Floof the hair?
Hmm?
Floof the hair?
That was me. I was scratching my hair. That's different. Anyway, what were you saying about
Can you
Aphmau?
floof it?
What are you saying about Aphmau?
Floof the hair first, then I speak an Aphmau. Floofy the hair?
I can just press play. I don't need to listen to the shit point that you had.
I'll leave.
Don't worry about Zara. Honestly, she hasn't texted you since this party started, so maybe she completely forgot. Just focus on Kim.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Zara gonna appear. Come on.
I'm going to be calm and suave.
That's right, Lawrence. You little shaman. Hey, Lawrence.
One thing I do like about the Mystreet Boys, like regardless of like I talked about like the love plots and stuff before. One thing I like about them actually is that none of them keep their cool. You know, they think that they can, but most of them can't. Just no.
It was stupid of me to think I deserved to meet someone new.
So that's it.
Oh shush, Lawrence, you sound like me.
You're just going to let Kim stand outside in the cold, waiting for you.
Huh?
You might think you're not ready to meet someone, and that's okay. I think you deserve to meet new people, but that's just me. But you can't let Kim get her hopes up and just leave her outside.
Yeah, don't leave anyone outside in the cold ever. That's a terrible idea.
You're right.
I'll never get tired of hearing that. Now, just go outside and meet Kim and have a good time with her. Don't worry, your bro has your back.
Thanks, Garth. Alright. I can do this.
Lawrence?
Kim?
And there she is.
Wow, she got hot.
She looks exactly the same as last episode when she had the flashback. What are you talking about, Gareth? And also, she can hear you. By the way, let it be known that that Gareth, for all of his brother sisterly friendship with Kim earlier, like later on in the series, particularly in season 4, let it just be known that the first thing he said about her was she gone hot. Yeah. Oh, I heard a thing. Welcome back. Dang, the Empress left. I mean, that was either a connection thing, or she actually like said she was gonna leave and then did. I don't know.
I did. I told you.
Yeah, and I told you I would press play, and I did. So there we go. We're both people of our word. That's why you can trust me.
Oops, fine. I'll leave you two alone.
Kim, it's great to see you.
You too, Lawrence. You still look the same.
Yeah, you
I
look
do.
the same
I don't
too.
mind Crash its age that much.
Did I?
Well, no, but there are ways to design them, definitely. There's more ways than in Gacha, actually, to be honest. Because with Gacha, it's very difficult to have old-looking characters. That's why lots of parents look like siblings to their children when they grow up.
Say that out loud? Oh, shoot. Good going, Kim.
No. It's okay. Maybe I should
If you
have.
keep talking to yourself like this, Kim, you're gonna think people are gonna think you're crazy. No, I'm not. Of course they are. Shut up. No, you shut up.
Changed clothes or something.
Well, I didn't mean your clothes, but
Well, yeah, it's been like 10 years. You know, I know this is when they're supposed to be like the adorably awkward thing, but come on. Kemba and Emlyn are right over there. I'm sorry, I'm not letting go of the fact they're at the party. Like, that needs to be acknowledged. We must acknowledge when Emlyn appears on screen. And Kemba too, because Kemba's Ross, but, you know.
Hey, are you hungry?
oh, yes, definitely.
Then come on in. There's plenty of food.
He probably could most of himself.
Yes, perfect.
I didn't know, never mind.
Well,
These are great.
Great! I'm glad you enjoyed them. I might have had to not allow you to date my daughter if you didn't.
who would even want to be around?
Well, Sylvana, you know, you at least he's able to enjoy someone's food without critiquing them and being jealous of how well it turned out. Like a certain someone after a golden meatloaf.
Around you anyway.
I heard that.
Well, I'm gonna go outside and see what I can do to help Eric.
He's still out there?
Now, one thing I'll say, Rachel's often like out of line, but you know, when she's attacking Sylvana, I don't mind her so much. Kick her down a peg or two. You know, keep each other down a peg or
Is
two.
Rachel right?
What was that? I didn't get that. What was that?
Rachel's Aaron's mom, right?
Yeah, Rachel's
Rachel's Aaron's mom, right?
Yeah.
Also, read the message.
The message. Dang, the Empress left lol and returned lol.
No, and in the PM.
In the what you mean, like I? Oh, okay. Oh, you had connection issues. Okay, yeah, I thought so. And yeah, I'm sorry too. I know that gotta make each other wrong sometimes. I kind of felt like once again it was all banjos. Don't worry.
Yeah, just making sure you like understood that.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean,
I was trying to
just
be
talking about-
banter.
I mean, I was just talking about Ron and Hermione's dynamic being like that, but didn't I? So definitely. And those two got married, so clearly it works.
Yes, he's still out there. He thinks he can make that hot tub work.
I didn't even come prepared to get inside a hot tub.
Neither did I.
That's Eric for you. Once he has his mind set on something, he has to do it.
Okay.
Even if it gets in the way of already made plans.
Yeah, I kind of figured that since he's been working on it since we started this morning. I just want to lend him a hand one last time and
Ha!
try
Try
to
working on a scene for 2 days.
convince him to come back in.
I have to vent sometimes. I'm
All
sorry.
right, just don't stay outside for too long. It's almost gonna be
It's good to
midnight.
vent.
Of course. I'll be back soon, babe.
Is that honeycomb?
Is what? Sorry. If you're saying that's like if you're saying that was that honeycomb or something, no, those were eclairs. I'm pretty sure. By the way, I checked on Restream and apparently Moni's connection is saying 1 bar right now. So if she cuts out, then that's why. Don't worry about.
Yeah, I'm chilling on this single bar.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Let's
just
see
very
if anyone
comfortable
needs a
towards
friend.
internet.
I do agree with you, Maya. Abner and Aaron are adorable, and for the right reasons. Yeah.
refreshments or anything.
All right, Miha. Thank you so much for helping out for this party. You've already helped Eric and I a lot.
No problem. Be back.
Well, at least your daughter has some manners.
Where do you think she learned them from?
Not you. There is no way. I refuse.
Herself. She is her own person, you know.
Yes. Rachel, you beautiful woman. Just there we go. Just do that a bunch of times to Sylvana. Absolutely.
Power Rangers?
Huh?
Power Rangers?
Oranges? No. No, it's like stab the knife and twist the wound. That was what. Yeah.
Ah. You know, you can instead of using a knife, you can use an icicle.
Yeah, you could. That's true. But actually, yeah, it is snowing outside for them, isn't it? Yeah, they could do that.
I've never seen snow.
Mm-hmm.
I know you haven't. In fact, that was one of my debates about the quiz. Remember that whole like Met Office question that I was like panicking about because I was like, "There's no way that's fair to ask. She's never seen snow. Why bring up a question about what constitutes a white Christmas?" Ugh. But yeah, I got outvoted on that one.
Seriously, I don't know how she managed to survive being related to you.
I don't know either. Aphmar's an amazing person. I don't know how she survived either. And yeah, don't give her that, Sylvana. Don't give her that look. You know it's true. You know it's true. I don't care. You know it's true.
Yeah, I've never seen snow. But you were saying something about the metropolitan question? I don't know.
Yeah. The Met Office. Remember the family quiz? There was a question.
Mhm.
Oh, what does the Met Office consider to be a white Christmas? And it was like the whole like there's like questions like it's snow, and I was like, Mum, this is not a fair question. We can't like that's not fair. She's never seen snow. That's not going to be fair. It's like the Met Office over here as well. So it was local. But yeah, I got outvoted. So yeah, I tried. Yeah, I was thinking a couple of questions for you, but yeah, of course, I have a question related to snow. Why not?
What's with that look?
What look?
That one. You've been
It's the look of denial. You know, but she'll never notice that.
tossing that look at me throughout the night.
And you've been tossing that look at me all night.
What look?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just your face.
Boo. Weak. Come on. She's dishing out very like problems to you, Sylvana. At least make some effort. My goodness. Put more effort into that than you put into raising your daughter.
Haha. Very funny.
See, I can do it too.
Seriously, what are you plotting?
It's not what I'm plotting. It's what Aaron's plotting.
You can't be serious.
What?
Is Aaron planning to propose to Afmal?
What? How did you figure that out from what I gave you?
Because she's not an idiot. Good Christ.
It's pretty obvious.
Yes.
Why else would you say what Aaron's planning?
Because maybe he's planning on giving her a puppy or something. I don't know.
They just got a new dog, you idiots! They just got Alexander back. And Afmal has a puppy already. He's got Celestia. Sylvana. Give me a reason, Sylvana. I will do it. Alright, there you are. Hi. Oh, yeah. That's sad. It's not that I've never seen snow. I also talk about unfair advantages. See, Shiny agrees with me on the quiz, at least. Never knew to talk about one topic, but yeah, thank you, Shiny, again. It's like Sylvana just is like.
Oh yeah, I finally get noticed.
Yeah. You know what? I complained about Sylvana and Rachel in the holiday special, you know, how they seem to be too petty to each other, but no. Rachel actually has stepped up her game. And you know what? I like these two hating each other, you know? Not enough to ship them, apparently, but, you know, I enjoy the fact that they don't enjoy each other.
You're very bad at being
That's a
not.
good question. Does Sylvana ever think? I don't know.
Savannah thinks just about her mija.
That's debatable as well, clearly.
Obvious. Now tell me everything you know so far, or I'll do something you wouldn't want me to do.
Keep making sick burns like you've been doing so far, because please, I'm all here for it. I've got the popcorn to prove it.
Exist?
Mm.
Fine.
Oh, come on.
Look, Aaron is planning to propose to Afma. Not tonight.
For real?
I would have wanted.
Yes.
But sometime in the near future.
That was last.
I'm just.
The title of the episode.
Oh, I thought they were getting. He went back and said, "Oh, I'm gonna propose to her on New Year's."
No, that was Sylvana's idea for him to do it quickly. But then Aaron quite rightly pointed out that it's got to be his choice to decide that. It's when they're both ready. And Sylvana should be butting in like she does all the time. So yeah, that never actually happens. But yes.
There's no true romantic moment to propose to someone. It could be like, it could be like a casual wake up in the morning and say, "Hey, you want to get married?" "Oh, sure." Carry on with the day.
I saw a stand-up comedy routine about that actually, where a couple had gone to a wedding or something, and then they were in bed the next night. They were like very drunk, and then like one of them turns over and says to the other one, it's like, "Hey, we just do you want to do it?" Like, "Do what?" So says the second one, like, "Get married." So it's like, "Yeah, well, go on then. Ask me." Which again, my pet peeve. If you want someone to ask you something, ask them yourself. But yeah, but then it's like, "Oh yeah," it's like, "No, like, go on, you can have a proposal. Come on." It's like, "Fine, will you effing marry me?" And that was how they got together. Yeah.
Honestly, that sounds more heartwarming than any of them.
I don't know about that.
I would fall. Like, honestly, I wouldn't mind. It's better than someone going out and getting a ring that probably not gonna fit, because like, honestly, you went about a ring, you already know the ring size. Like, you know what? Yes, I think this is the size of her fingers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Oh, but I mean that's part of where it comes into having good plans. I mean, obviously, me. I like to plan things out very methodically. So if I were to be the one to do it, then I would obviously find somewhere around that.
Well, heads up, if you ever try to go down that route with me, I got big fingers, like above average. So.
Okay, that's fair. So do I, honestly. Remember like the talents.
And us, yeah. Like, honestly, yeah. Like, future plans, proposals. I don't know. Well, if it ever comes down to that point with us, it will be like, kind of like, it's probably gonna end up being like how you asked me out.
Yeah, well, that was when I would, again, I picked out a heartfelt moment to do it, didn't I?
You picked out a heartfelt moment, or did you, like, when you asked me on a date? So I was like, now I'm going to be your girlfriend. How you acting? Like, I had to confront you on that one.
Well, no. The date was the setup for the heartfelt moment. That was all part of the plan. You see.
That was a plan. What?
Well, I mean, I thought it'd be good to like go on a date first to see if we were like that compatible and weren't getting ourselves set up. So it served two purposes. One purpose was to set the mood. The other one was to see if there was a mood to be set, and both those conditions were met. So I went for it.
I don't know. Like, when I first looked, I was like, he's like, I was like very unsure of what your intentions were. I was like, he's flirting to me. I believe this is what you call flirting. My brain, flirting. What?
And again, one of the things that I love so much about you is the fact that you picked up on that anyway, because what constitutes flirting for me is not what anyone else thinks of ever. Like the way that I went about it, I don't think I'd know another human that would ever have that happen. And then somehow it worked and you picked up on it. So yeah.
Oh, can I share? Can I share with them what happened? Like how it happened?
As a Ravenclaw, I value how perceptive you are.
Should I share? Should I share it?
Oh no, please go on.
Okay, so basically, Jacob asked me out via mid-olden English.
I asked on a date in mid-olden English.
Yeah, basically, it started with a sandwich. That's all I gotta say.
That's all you gotta say. Oh yeah. Do you mind if I tell the story? It started with a sandwich. The end. Yeah, that invites no further questions, does it?
Okay, it started with a sandwich. He sent me a virtual sandwich. I was like, okay, what do you want? Because usually when people text me, they usually want something from me. So I'm like, okay, what do you want from me? And like he's like, and he shocked me, but he's not by like he shocked me and like say, huh, I didn't like you said send me a sandwich. I didn't know I get something from it. And
Well,
then
yeah, no, because you know why? Because her Discord's thing, her bio says, "Please send me a sandwich." So I sent her a sandwich. You know, it's not like I had like an ulterior motive for doing so. It was like, oh yeah, you know, why not? My ulterior motive was I wanted to have another conversation with you. Actually, to be fair, that would have been it, to be honest, and that was clearly what happened anyway.
Yeah, I honestly thought you would ask me something about editing or something about, oh, you want me to do this for you? And like, okay. That was my first thought. I was like, okay. But you can't. I was in the car. I was in the car by the post office waiting for my mother to come back. I was like, okay. When you start sending me that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought you still sending me that. You didn't say what it is that I said afterwards. And also for the record, like the pair of us had like been talking a little bit flirtatiously beforehand, actually, and now I discovered that was more on a subconscious level on your part.
Wait, we did?
Yeah, that's kind of why I was so.
Wait, we were flirting subconsciously.
Well, yeah, kind of like I think it kind of evolved a little bit from the the demonstrations with like, you know, Felix and Empress, like you going into like that they're going into that flirty mood, and then afterwards actually it got quite personal to each other, you know, like building up from there, like not too much, just like little bits here and there, but you know, that kind of like gave me hope. It's like, there's a possibility here, there's some sort of connection.
Oh,
like I said, by that kind of point, but by that point, I was already thinking about you so much that I was like, yeah, there's something going on here. I've got a crush at least. So yeah.
Like honestly, I was like, oh, like I don't notice things that I do until like after some point. Cause I do a lot of things subconsciously. Like my brain would do things and not tell me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's where an analytical mind like a Ravenclaw's comes in handy.
Like yeah, I'll just start talking and like, I don't realize that I'm flirting with someone. I don't notice that. I didn't notice that I was actually like until like I didn't notice because like I don't know what flirting is. What flirting? I thought flirting is like you have to like. I don't know. I didn't even. I still don't understand the concept of flirting until I realized I was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was doing the flirty Empress thing, I was like, oh, it's just fun. And then honestly, you didn't know that.
I think that's what happens sometimes. People sometimes in the past, I know that some people have joke flirted with me. In fact, there was actually a girl who was notorious for doing that. That I knew from sixth form, and now one in university as well. Actually, was like, oh, am I still rejected? I guess. And I told her like, I have a date tonight. That was our date, but yeah. Yeah, it's not serious, but yeah, I kind of get that sometimes, which is probably why you asked me after I was being serious. But anyway.
Yeah, because I did say I don't pick up on things. Like I had people have crushed on me in the past. I did not realize until someone else told me. Like this is the first time I actually realized before someone told me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is one reason I realized like the flirty Empress. So you actually was attracted. You were actually attracted to that?
Not to that specifically, no. But it was afterwards when it actually like got personal, and we were like kind of like bouncing off back and forth because, well, I've said this before to you, but you know, I try I try forms of wordplay with people, and it often just backfires. They have no clue what I'm on about. But not only are you able to actually engage with me, you're able to build up on it and keep the idea going the same way. And that's spell compatibility.
Cool. It kind of like the medieval English thingy.
Yeah, I'm still shocked to this day that I ever worked on anyone. Like I don't know.
On me because I'm very like I picked up on it and I was like, you know what, let's roll.
Yeah, like when I actually like wrote that idea for Morwenna and Marwick, like a couple of years beforehand, with because the reason goes now The Simpsons and predict my own future. I didn't actually expect it to like apply in real life. There's some things in the Mutant Girl that are kind of like allegories of real life. Like Dragon Tail can be any body issue you ever want at all, like something like any difference that anyone can have that will make them alienated to somebody else. That was the whole point of that. But yeah, there's some things in there that are just like, this is like character specific. It's never going to work in real life, but it just works for them because that's the kind of people that they are. And then lo and behold, it did, because of the kind of person that I am, as it turns out.
You wrote from like your own like wants and desires, I believe. Yeah. It's kind of like that. And also, but I'm still shocked about the flirting thing. Cause I didn't really realize I was doing that.
Yeah.
Cause I did know I had a crush on him before, but I kind of buried it. And like I was like, you know what? I want to be I was like, I buried it and said, you know what? I enjoy being your friend. So like, yeah. But I kind of buried it. Now that interferes with friendships and all that stuff. So that happened. I may have peeked out a bit.
And yet you still managed to show up to the date.
Why wouldn't I show up to the date?
Well, if you're freaking out too much, it was kind of like it's kind of like the whole family quiz thing where you took a while because you had to calm yourself down first.
Well, yeah. The date didn't like. He asked me out. I felt very. I don't know. I didn't know how to process my feelings at that time.
Okay.
Like I knew something. Like I knew. Like I didn't know. Like when I said if you were playing with me. That was the first thing I said.
Yeah. So basically, like going back to the part of the story, like after the sandwich, what happened was when afterwards I said, oh yeah, well, I wasn't expecting like some sort of reward for the sandwich or whatever, and then she was like, oh well, I've got to give you something. Like that was again another like mildly flirtatious thing. It's like, what can I what can I offer you or something like that. And then I said, oh yeah, well, how about perhaps a kiss for my troubles or something like that. Kind of like a bit of an Afnot thing, to be honest. Actually, that's come up a couple of times. But yeah, then so that was like my moment where that's when I was freaking out. I posted that and was like, what have I done? 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 But then but yeah, so but then it turns out that you were okay to do that, and then afterwards we like talked like a little bit more, something like that.
To tell you what, I did shut down. Like when you asked for a kiss, I did shut down. Like got so over emotion, I shut down for a bit.
Yeah, well, that's happened a couple of times. I'll see if I can find the passage actually.
I think I was about to go to. I think I was about to do a class. I'm not sure. Cause of a weekday, and I don't know if I was about to go to. I was about to teach a class.
Okay.
Or not. Cause I remember we were it was the same day I had class. Like I was flirting to you before class. I was start class. So that's how I remember. So yeah, you made me shut down the middle. You made me shut down the middle of going to school and doing teaching a class. How interesting.
That's the kind of thing that I would probably deviously do in general.
Can't do it again because I'm going in person next school term.
You're going to repress it, okay?
In person, like in person classes now next term.
All right, yeah, no, of course.
But yes, it was very sweet. Like it was very sweet when they asked me out. Well, without me knowing you're gonna ask me out.
Yeah. There was a bit of like an issue before the day before the whole sandwich thing as well that I had to clear up too, and that was something that that got mentioned. But yeah,
Isn't it gonna be? I pinned it. Remember?
yeah. I'm just going through. Because I want to get to like the point of the actual the actual kiss point. Oh yeah, because we were like because we spent a while complimenting each other afterwards. Actually, where he said it was like adorable and stuff, and then I said, oh yeah, now I know why I should ask in return. Because actually, like the whole thing where we were complimenting each other, and I was just saying that, oh yeah, I said great for conversation, humorous, insightful, really enjoy your company, all that stuff, and then you kind of backfire with, oh yeah, you're quite genuine what you say, to make think about choices I make, just great writing and stuff, and yeah, and that I was saying I panicked before about you saying that like a spark group person could fade after one bad conversation, and then you said I haven't with me before, and it's built back quite nicely. No need to panic then. To which I replied, "Guess I'm a keeper then." And they said, "Very much so, winky face." So yeah, definitely no flirting beforehand. Absolutely not. No, clearly there was nothing there.
I thought it was cute.
It was cute, but come on. Come on. But yeah, so yeah, then afterwards I said, could I be chance to ask for a kiss for my troubles? And they said, oh yeah, you said a worthy price. Very well then. And I did the kiss thing in the chat, and you blushed, I blushed. I said, do bring a sandwich again. I said, for another kiss like that, I certainly shall. He said, I shall patiently wait. I said, more patiently than I. He said, what does this mean? Because I'm now confused. Said, it means I can hardly wait myself. Then he said, ah, and then sent a kiss emoji to me, and he said, free of charge. And I was like, you know what? At that point, I relaxed. I was like, okay, there could be something here. And then afterwards, asked you on a date, and then during that time, like sort of in the middle point, when we got to like a point where we were like having a heartfelt conversation in person, and then asked you my girlfriend. I picked the moment properly.
Yes, you were very of the picnic of the. Brain, string it together. You are very. I can't. You know what? Let me just drop that whole comment. You know what? It's not working.
This is why I'm the planning person, because you first have to master the art of human language before you actually plan stuff like this. So yeah.
Get back to the reaction 5.
Oh, I was trying to say that. Okay.
But just saying, it was something. I honestly, it fit me a lot. Like I'm not gonna flirt in a normal way. I won't flirt in a normal way.
Not me either. God no. I can't.
As I've been told, I need someone who's equally as weird as me.
Well, there you go. Yes.
Like,
look at me. Yes, with my 3 Harry Potter ones around the place. Yeah.
Oh, I will never forget a moment you pull out just also.
Yeah. I didn't tell you the time that I had 2 more back at home.
You didn't tell me you had a Harry Potter wand on a hole. You just pulled it out like, yes, I have a Harry Potter wand. And just wave it. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. I need somebody equally as heartless as me. Yeah, but you've tried finding someone heartless.
Have you tried Voldemort?
Yeah, he's literally incapable of feeling love. That was the whole point. So yeah.
You need someone equally as heartless as you. Sometimes it works like you need someone the same as you, but sometimes you need someone who can balance you.
Yeah.
Like, as I say, I look for conversations to judge people. Like, I love having conversations. Like, I like talking. Yeah, I like talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been told I could talk people to death. Jacob, you're still alive, right?
I'm still alive, yeah.
So I haven't reached the point where I talk to Jacob to death. So that's a good thing.
I mean, if anything, you talking to me, especially for the past month or so, if anything, that's kept me feeling more alive, actually, with how things have been going with me.
Yeah, you can't just. I think that's why we know when the traditional role, of texting and then texting, then talking, and then
Yeah.
voice
If
chatting,
anything,
then
yeah. If anything, our texting phase lasted like a day or two. That's all we needed.
a day or two. They were from the to the girlfriend stage.
Hmm.
I don't know. We kind of went very quickly when you think of it.
Well, yeah, no, we did like within a like remember within like 4 days or something we were talking about like our views on the future, like where we saw ourselves together.
Yeah, but we wasn't in
That
depth
would freak out like
at that
anyone
point.
else I know.
Yeah, but we wasn't in depth as in like, oh my god, I see have 5 children in our house. No, it wasn't really like that. No,
Actually,
no.
you did say that. So you actually said 5 children.
I said that in reference to myself, like what I wanted when I was as a personally.
Well, there you go.
Not,
Yeah.
but I meant like as like thinking like a future together, off into the sunset. Yeah, we wasn't like that after a week.
Yeah.
We were like
Yeah.
seeing if this really. We were trying to see if this relationship could last, have like a substantial relationship. That's basically how it was.
Yeah. Of course. And also, if we were looking for the same thing, because some people don't tend to date for the long term. I don't understand those people, but you know, that's their method, I guess.
Yeah, like honestly, for me, I don't like wasting time. A lot of time with things like when I things that I know, like I know what I want. Like, that's something else. I know what I want. I don't.
Mhm.
I get confused is when people try to influence me to do something that they want, and that's when they confuse me.
Yeah.
Like for me, cause I always had plans in my head. I don't plan like I'm not like Jacob to plan every single thing. When I do
Mhm.
plan, I do plan.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
So if you want to pick out a romantic moment in the future, then you know, by all means, do so.
uh, I'll leave that plan to you, hon.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I am not living.
like I said, you know, if you get to that mentality, and you know, I haven't mentioned anything yet, then you know, go ahead and do the asking yourself. As like I said before, you know, I
I
don't want to also
understand.
do it.
I understand. But you know, I pick up on signals. Like you have to start laying down those breadcrumbs from like I don't know how long. So you don't
Mhm.
completely shut me down and kill me.
What? What am I, Prince Hans all of a sudden?
What? You're gonna like ask me in front of a whole crowd, like that'll kill me. But yeah.
I mean, who knows? I might ask in front of a crowd, but I won't kill you.
What?
I said I won't kill you.
No, you asked in front of a crowd?
I mean, I might. I'm not telling you what I got planned, but I might do that.
See you in 3 years, son, with that. 3, 4, 5. Who knows?
Well, yeah, but that's too obvious. Who knows? I might end up waiting longer than you want they want me to, and
No,
then
it's fine.
question yourself. You never know.
It's fine, cause like even though we all need to get our life together for that. Like if we get our life together
Oh, definitely. No, I
for
understand that.
marriage, like
Before.
we need that like not just like emotionally, like financially, and like spiritually, and all that other stuff stable.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you know, all the stuff that I do now is so chaotic. I'm still getting better at streamlining the things that I do at all, to be honest.
Hmm.
You know, I'm
Nice.
such a chaotic person that, you know, I can, you know, if I'm taking care of myself, that, you know, living with other people. I mean, for crying out loud, I put myself in a studio apartment for 3 years at uni because I'm a terrible roommate.
See, that is why everyone learns and grows. Like I also thought like for your next year to get like to start looking like that look for like a job to help you like when you finish college, you just streamline to that.
Yeah, well, I mean that's why that's why I've talked to you about my plans as far as that goes. Actually, like what I could do in theory.
Okay, let's continue this. Let's
So yeah,
continue. Let's continue this
So, yeah.
conversation after stream, hon.
so yeah, like
Because I think Shine is gonna die.
yeah, that's true. I was gonna say, like I said before, actually, we've been we've been dating for like 2 months now, So and yeah, we're already talking about this kind of stuff. So yes, I agree with you. We definitely did go pretty fast, but we're fine with where we are right now. Basically, we just
Yeah.
work around to get there.
At least let's say the look towards similar goals. Like for me, I like seeing an endpoint of things, like somewhere like a checkpoint, kind of like that thing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything in my brain is like checkpoints. So like I got checkpoints: get a job, go to college, get a bachelor's degree, get a master's degree, the checkpoint, and that's actually what my checkpoints end. Surprisingly enough, on
And that's where most people checkpoints end, to be honest, because
like honestly, I don't know. Like that's what I mentally, like that's like educational wise. Like I thought of getting a doctorate after a master's, but like why am I gonna be a doctor to do? Like why? I have no reason to do it.
Yeah, no, I kind of like looked into that a little bit too recently. It was like, oh yeah, like a research thing, but then what would I research? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I could? I mean, I know it would be kind of funny if I did a PhD on gacha. That could be like a rising part of the arts or something. That'd be funny.
But yeah, I'm good with like a master's. I'm good with that, and I'll be finished by 24. So like yeah. You got your whole life ahead of you. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I will say, as far as like everything is going with me, I don't like try to plan like everything necessarily in my life. Just like those like random events and stuff that I really want to like focus on, because sometimes I feel like I sort of feel like if I have too much structure in my life, I feel very restricted. So it will depend, I plan what I plan, fittingly enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I've got plenty of chaos to sort through first before I even think about, what exactly I want to like. I want to sort through the chaos to see what it is that works for me the most in order to try and figure out what to pursue further in life. But that may include jobs, it may not in terms of like, what fits best. But yeah. Who knows? This is the kind of stuff that I think about quite a lot when I'm on my own. So, yeah. Nice to have someone who gets that idea, actually.
Yeah.
But well, let's talk about some math now, shall we?
Excited and scared and
I hopefully Shiny's not dead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know what?
Eh.
You know what? Leave my drink to Shiny, actually, for sticking around while we had that conversation. And leave my drink to you for all the things I mentioned before and for all of our history, because I love you.
Love you too, hon. I'll just have a breath of air just for that.
Oh yeah, running gag that we have, by the way. Her mom actually said at one point to me that she lives off the air. So yeah, I hope you at least plan to have something tonight, right? So it's not this actual.
I did, but I had like a breath of air also.
Okay, good. Because I mean, I know that I tend to eat things quite late. In fact, I haven't actually had dinner yet. But I know also that even if it's late at night, I will at least get something into my stomach. Whereas you will not. So just make sure.
Not like I need it.
Hmm?
Not like I really need it.
Really?
Yeah.
We all need food.
I got reserves.
Yeah. Again, didn't we had this conversation yesterday? You sounded like my inner voice. Oh yeah, you can last for a long time. You've got plenty of fat reserves.
Jacob, you don't have that much reserves.
I've got like a curvature. There we go. I've got reserves. You can't really see
You
that
got-
much.
through my shirt.
That
Especially if I sit down, actually. Like my angle sitting down.
it's not that much.
Yeah. But
My results can feed you and a small village. I don't know.
Come on. But either way, I still have that same inner voice, you know. The mentality is still the same if the proportions are not. Yeah. And but then in general, my stomach is like, no, please give me food. Like eventually it gets to a certain point where I just shut down, just like, I need to eat. So yeah.
Feed me.
Sometimes I get very like desperate to leave a Discord call if it was going on for too long. So it's like, come on, I need food. I need this to end.
I will eat. I will start eating my lining if you don't feed me.
You know, I start like nibbling at my shirt or cardigan or something. So yeah, I understand the importance of constant.
My stomach would just go towards the fat. It's like, you know what? We got reserves all over. We can live.
Well, again, same here. That's the same mentality, and that's the reason that I understand the importance of food, and therefore I impart that onto you as well. Jacob, I'd love to feed a third world country for a week. Yes, but you still need food as well. Why not? I don't know.
Wait! Oh my gosh, Shiny! Shiny's coming to feed us!
Coming soon, the story of Shiny Umbreon Master to a theater near you, which in Monet's case might be very far away. Anyway.
Yeah, we could keep me alive. I'd be hungry, yes, but I got reserves.
Okay, well, fine. Well, in that case, maybe I have reserves too. Then maybe I'll just stop eating later.
No,
just like skip dinner then.
No, I'll strangle you in your sleep.
Well, either way, I clearly die. It's either strangulation or starvation.
But at least it wouldn't be for starvation. If you're gonna die, it's gonna be on my terms.
But you see where I'm coming from, don't you? Like, you know, it's like suddenly the shoe's on the other foot. Then, you know.
Nah, my reserves could last me a week.
The shoe is on the other foot. You know. As soon as I say, oh well, maybe I'll just start doing that. It's like, oh no, you need to eat. Well, that's what I'm trying to do to you.
Because you don't have much reserves. My whole thigh can last me for a day.
That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's not how that works.
I mean, I think my thigh will taste good.
That's not how that works. It's like also because fat is a slow release of energy, so even then you'll still be depleted. Just like the anguish will go on for longer.
Yeah.
And what was it that Galbatorix famously said? Do not prolong my suffering.
I'll prolong
your suffering. Eat.
But then I'm a cow.
What?
Anyway, conversation for our live stream.
Even cows have. You know what? No, hang on a second. Even better, because cows have 4 stomachs, so they eat even more, don't they?
Shh. Back to Afma. We'll talk about this later.
Again, logic. Anyway, fine. Whatever.
Obviously.
I will continue eating my
You're
popcorn.
lucky I care enough about my son to not say anything about this.
Glad to hear. Now, I have people to serve. Try not to eat too many tamales, will you?
So, Aaron's planning a proposal to this
Oh, if I was Rachel, I would have said, eat too much of your food, not a chance. That would have been my comeback there.
girl. I don't even know her that well. I can sort of accept this kind of life Aaron wants to live, but...
Oh, now you can, Rachel. What about season 3? Huh? That wasn't that long ago. Like last month.
How do I know this girl doesn't just want him for his inheritance?
Didn't you take him off his inheritance? I guess he's
Oh,
back
wait,
on.
I have a question. What is... Like, I don't understood that plot line. Like, for wanting something for the inheritance, but, like, being with someone for so long... 10 years, you're like, oh my god, he's there for the inheritance. For 10 years?
Yeah, well, sometimes Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think Rachel quite knows that Aphmau has known Aaron for that long. I think she just kind of thinks that she kind of showed up in his life. Really, I'm not sure if it's quite clicked for her. Melissa knows, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely a long waiting game, and I don't think
Do you
Aaron
like eggnog?
Aaron never mentioned his family until recently. Like
You like
he would never
eggnog?
opened up about his inheritance. Yeah,
You like eggnog?
I've never actually had eggnog before. Surprisingly. It's quite common over here, but I've never had it for some reason.
I have eggnog.
Okay.
I need to learn more.
So, how were the
Rachel
tamales?
goes off and watches all of Mystreet.
Tamales.
They were great. You know, tamales, depending on how you make, can be hard to make. Sometimes they can take up to 6 hours or a day.
Lawrence, she likes cooking just like you. She's a keeper. You have something in common.
Really?
Yeah, but they are pretty fatty too.
Oh. Well, then I shouldn't have eaten so many.
Nah,
I don't think it would add to your weight.
it's the holiday season. It's fine.
Not that you have to worry at all.
Oh my gosh,
No,
Shiny, that's
it's
so
okay.
sad.
I've never
I
had
should
egg.
cry. Because you said you don't like I can't it's like it's sad I see snow, so like it's sad you have never had eggnog before.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, both gifts are sad. I mean, I want to try eggnog. Why not?
I wonder what snow feels like.
Cold and wet.
Like a shower then, okay.
I guess. Although colder than a shower, definitely.
I don't know, like I don't know what snow feel like or such. Or
Well, no,
what
of
if,
course.
like
I mean, why would you if you haven't seen it, you haven't felt it? That makes sense.
all I imagine is like ice.
Kind of, but like it's because it's like granulated, so it's like very. It's got a different texture, but it comes from there. If that makes sense.
Oh. So I don't think I would be able to visit you when it's snowing though. Sad. To visit you when it's snowing.
Well, no, probably not. Well, that depends. That might be a thing for for years to come or something, or maybe, or maybe if I go back to Iceland or something, take you up there. Why not? I want to see that place again.
Iceland.
But
I thought it was green.
well, there's Greenland and there's Iceland. They're two different places.
I know. Well, it doesn't snow here. If it did, I'd probably die.
I don't know.
I mean, you're in a Caribbean and it's snowing. We don't have the houses for that.
Hey, you know what? One thing that actually well, speaking of houses, I say one thing that both of us have in common is we've spent a lot of time indoors. So
Indoors.
yeah. Although the one thing that you definitely should do is get yourself a blanket. You know,
I don't own a blanket.
that's why I said get yourself a blanket. If you had a blanket before, I wouldn't be saying get yourself a blanket.
I have a sheet.
And therefore, you should get yourself a blanket.
Blanket.
Or blankets. Yes, blankets. Why not? Blankets.
I have pillows.
Yes, but those haven't helped you in the past, have you? Have they?
I got 2 extra pillows now.
Remember when you felt extra cold? I'm not going to be like, oh yeah. Now I feel warm and snugly. That's not how that works.
When you're cold, you get the.
And yes, this is a very high production value banterous conversation. We have props now.
Yeah. And I just have the foot master.
But
No
yeah,
face
I
reveal
said
for
that
now.
because I know that you've been cold a lot recently, and you've only been able to wrap yourself in a sheet. And that's not good enough.
Yeah, I have been cold because it's been getting colder.
Okay.
but I only have pillows. So if I get too cold, the sheet is too thin, I put pillows at my foot.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm just, but it's not quite the same.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll once again do the classic steal my jacket. I know some of it's been on the clothes before, but a jacket's a jacket.
Oh my god. Okay, let's have it finished before Shiny dies. Again.
Am I getting paid to stay? I don't know where did Maya go actually.
I think Maya tapped out.
Oh, I don't think so. This conversation will be right up her alley. She loves all like the mundane couple conversations. She had to go. Oh, okay. All right then.
Yeah. Aww.
Oh well.
Okay.
We'll tell her to watch the archive if she wants to have a moments of good shipping fuel. Good shipping fuel.
How did we become a ship? Who knows?
Well, I mean, it's because Maya shipped me before with people, so might as well be with the actual person that I'm with. You know what I mean?
I want to hit the gym anyways.
Going, Kim.
God doesn't care. Garth likes his tamales. There's nothing I haven't had before. Tamales.
I think
Hey,
Has something similar.
Cadenza is always
Okay.
getting on to Lawrence about his eating habits.
Oh wait, tamales have meat in them, so of course I haven't had them. Anyway.
no. Well, I had one with just
Cadenza?
corn.
Is that
Mm-hmm. Maya's
Wait,
last
what?
ship was terrible.
What was Maya's last ship?
I don't know if he's referring to like real life ships or something.
Was it Jacob X Aiden or something?
No, although that has been a ship. Don't get me wrong. But yeah.
I shipped it. That's why.
There we go. I know it's kind of right because like I also like indulged indulged Emily's simpage for Empress, and I end up dating the actress.
Did you ever send it to her?
Send what? I didn't.
The audio I recorded for her.
I probably did, so I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting also because like her favorite character in My Hero Academia, the one that she simps the most for, is also Momo, and that's now what you're calling yourself online.
Momo.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, yeah, her last ship with me. Oh yeah, Joxy. Yeah, that was what it was called. She called it Joxy. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why, good redemption points, I suppose. Yeah.
Makeup, Johnny.
I think Jonay probably works better, just because it rolls off the tongue a bit more, doesn't it? Like makeup, makeup. That's like that. I don't know.
You know what? That's a new child name. Child name is named Johnny.
Okay. I'll be like Afner and Aaron naming the child Armal after their ship name. It still starts with an A, so I guess it works.
that his girlfriend?
Johnny.
No, that's his older sister.
Older sister? I didn't realize you had an older sister, Lawrence. I mean, I knew you had a baby brother.
Why did Kim ask Gareth if Cadenza was Lawrence's girlfriend instead of asking Lawrence if that was the case? And he was right there.
Wait. Yes, you unintentionally
Yeah.
created a ship. Hopefully, her.
She actually went to the same high school we all did, but she was doing a lot of activities that we didn't cross paths in school a lot.
That's my excuse for not putting her on screen. Aiden would be complaining right now.
She was also very... well, she likes to meddle in my life.
Tell me about it. My older brother is the same way.
She has an older brother. Oh, that's lore. That's lore we need to explore. Okay.
Oh my god, if we don't kill Shiny, Maya's gonna kill him.
Well, that's because he created the ship name this time rather than Maya. She didn't get the chance to. Oh well. No loss.
Well, it has no future repercussions.
Mm.
My nose. It burns.
I hate to tell you, but you would have a future. Drink Wilkins coffee.
You have an older brother?
He's so bossy and tries to make sure I never get a boyfriend. He's so overprotective. It can be annoying sometimes.
I know, right?
That's how Cadenza is, too.
What is this trope? Like, who tells the brother? Like, this kind of doesn't it still like they say, oh, the older brother does not want the younger sister to get a boyfriend.
Yeah, I understand, like, cautioning somebody, like being, oh yeah, be careful, if you get a boyfriend or girlfriend or something, make sure make sure that they're right for you or something like that. And yeah, that's a good caution to actually have and a good piece of advice. But yes, when
Just
people like,
stop
go
you.
out of their way to like enforce it or say, oh yeah, you're too young, you don't know better or something, or I'm always older than you, so therefore I always know what's best for you more than you do. That's one reason I hate Sylvana too. Is because partly because at the time I had a crush on one girl who actually like then I ended up dating later on, but at first her mum actually didn't let her date any boys at all, and she was kind of like a similar person to Sylvana in some ways. So that might have been where my grudge started, but now it's evolved into I hate your entire concept as a character. But yeah, Sylvana in particular, and also that mother, they just didn't trust like any like boys in general, like let alone the fact there were like actual differences as human beings that boys can have.
I think coming from me, like from someone who has like a protective mother, yeah, it's kind of like the fact that my mom is like, she always asked me if I was talking to people, like always asked me if I was interested in people, and stuff, and I always said no and stuff. But she's like, when I do talk to people, she's like, it's always like that. It's like she's not drilling me about questions, which I don't like. And plus, funny thing, I did I tell you this already.
That depends. Continue your sentence.
The fact that some of my family thought I was gay because they thought I was gay because I was never interested in any boy. It's not that this other boys bored me.
That's fair.
Like they couldn't match my weirdness. They're like, oh, like you're odd.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, even if I didn't like match your weirdness, I definitely think that I would still appreciate it and tease you for it. That's my way of interacting with it. But yeah, either way, I still think I'm definitely know that I'm weird too. Anyway, like I remember, as you say, the other dogs are protective, but I mean, to be honest, she's been mostly fine with us.
Yeah, because my mom cooled down when I turned like 17.
Okay.
She cooled down. I could say that. She was much worse. No, younger.
Okay.
Like much worse. Like I couldn't go out anywhere. I was like all the time. That much worse.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I should yeah. I could show you think drop high anyway, but yeah. Maybe
so like, if you had met me like when I was like 15, yeah, that was like yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Well, hold on. Maybe I can get you to hate Sylvana as much as I do.
Oh my God.
Who knows? That's quite an accomplishment, but we'll see.
Yeah, like I don't understand the logic behind that, Shiny. Like people thinking you're gay because you don't have interest. It's just that no one has interest. It's just like you're just having fun anyone your type is yet.
Yeah, I was kind of I got my first crush when I was 7. People knew where my orientation was.
I'm not saying I didn't have crushes. Like I did have crushes on trash, but yeah. Like I was like, that's just like when I get crushes on, like crush on people who ever give me attention. Like that's kind of ew. Why did I have that? And now it's like, yeah, really, they're just utter trash on a whole. Like misogynistic, retarded, No, I shouldn't say retarded. Retarded is like a strong word and kind
Yeah, I
of
was gonna say that's like an
no,
outdated
no.
term now. But yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that one. I
Mm.
wouldn't call them that though. No, I
Mm.
think I'll call them. They don't have much broad. They don't talk much about anything that's. They're very. How should I say it? They're very idiotic.
Maybe that's why Atma struggles with like romantic plot lines for boy characters. Maybe because like all the boys that she like met before were just like blank slates. Because that actually there is some validity to that. I have seen some of her like videos where she talks about like her backstory and stuff, and like the guys she dated before. And yes, some of them were just like a rock basically. Like there was nothing. There was like no emotional vulnerability at all onto them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just so plain. They
Mhm.
didn't have anything that's like out of the blue. Like
Yeah.
how I say it,
I
they
mean,
just
come
all
on. I
look
mean, I'll
the
say this.
same.
I might be an emotional wreck, but at least there's emotions to be wrecked.
Like I talk to them. Sometimes we had fun, but then sometimes like as we get older, they think I am immature. They deem me as immature, as in terms of how I things I like.
Ooh,
I have
I'm gonna put that into memory base now because. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I need to remember that because there's something that I really, really want to talk about, but I can't for like several months.
okay, huh?
There's an Athno episode about that, and it's my favorite episode of all time of all my streets, and I just need to like make sure I remember to like invite you to that.
Okay, huh? I'm just saying, like I don't know, I get deemed as immature. Like up until like my first week, not first like first term of sixth form.
Mm.
Like that was last year. Last year around this last year time, December,
Mhm.
like last year, October, November time.
Yeah.
That I was told that, like I was just like, then I was told like, when are you gonna grow up?
That's interesting. You're typecast as mother characters who are famously mature and grown up. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
They all say,
that shows your ability as an actress, I guess. To be honest.
yeah, they all say, oh, you're so immature, and I'm like, am I immature? And I had to actually sit down and ask myself, am I immature, or they just had to grow up too fast?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I wonder if you could to grow up too fast in some regards. I don't know.
Because like they use a common mature basically my interest, and plus because my parents actually take care to know where I am in terms
Okay.
of they're actually like aware of my life and saying that my mom was like, oh, where are you going? Okay, what time you come back? What time am I gonna pick you up? What time? How are you gonna get back home? Like she wants to know everything before I leave.
Hmm.
So she knows if it happen, I am at that place.
Okay.
So she know.
Yeah.
So
I
that,
feel like
but
that's as far as maturity life regarding interest goes. I mean, here I am, obviously 21 years old. Looking at a show that's clearly meant for kids and overanalyzing it to death. But that's because I can appreciate the actual maturity that went into its creation, and like the genuine nature of like everything going on, and like how formative it can actually be to a person, and how formative it was to me. So
yeah,
it's like you indulge in certain things, people like disregard them when they grow older because they think, oh yeah, no, I can't enjoy this anymore because I'm too old or something. But
yeah, it's
that
kind of
was never me. Yeah.
Like I remember time I was watching Fun. I was watching Fun. I was like, this was a couple of years back, and
Ew,
my
only a
father
couple of
said
years back? How will they mean it? No, of course. Yeah.
it was like a few. It was like yeah, a couple of years. It was like the early season. It was good seasons, like season 1, 2, and 3.
Hmm.
It was those seasons. So I was watching I was like watching episode. I can't remember which one. And like I fasted, I was like, "Oh, he was watching this stupidness," and he actually was. Then he sat down for a while and actually watched it, began watching the show, and like started laughing with it, and
Of
like, yeah,
course.
it's just this is just some stupidness, and like just still laugh. He's still watching it though,
Hmm. Yeah,
because
it's
somebody,
like sometimes when I'm at my nan's house, because she has cable, and a lot of the shows that I was into, like even the ones that were in Spain, sometimes they'll have like I'll see the English versions with there's on there, And then sometimes all the times I'll be on the same channel. There's nothing on that I was like particularly like nostalgic for, but it's like this kind of same kind of channel. And then sometimes I'll see my mum in the corner, like she doesn't engage at all. She's like, oh yeah, this is why you're still into this. But also sometimes I'll just see a little bit of a smile just crackle on her face. I was like, yeah, got you. That was a good one. Come on, you gotta admit that. So yeah, that happens sometimes. I also got my nan into The Simpsons recently. That happened.
Yeah, it's like certain things you can't like. A good joke is a good joke universally. It's a good.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah,
certain things. A good show has certain things that'll make you laugh at any age. It may not be the same joke, but it could be the same joke but different level of a joke.
yeah. And honestly,
Like a good one represents a good joke. Skipping to SpongeBob that applies to all the levels would probably be the joke where SpongeBob and Squidward were delivering the pizza. That would be the good joke. That whole episode had so many levels to the joke.
Yeah, we talked about how most of the most recognized SpongeBob episodes of all time are the ones where there's just him and Squidward because of their dynamic, and Squidward's street man routine, etc.
Like the joke for that, like when the man was screaming at SpongeBob, right? That would be a joke. That would be a joke for a child. Cause like, why are you making SpongeBob cry?
Yeah, either that would be haha funny man loud or something,
Yeah, but the joke, the order is like, wow, some industry like this is how people in some industry get treated. Cause like, and it applies at different level. And how it's gonna react is how everyone will want to react it.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, it goes both ways too. There's certain like British comedies over here, there's certain ones like Dad's Army or some sort of like cat set shows like the Two Ronnies or like the comedy shows like lots of Ronnie Barker does like Open All Hours, Porridge, etc. That I've been aware of since I was a kid, and those shows are not written for kids. And so yeah, like I would say like every single joke lands, especially because most of these were made in like the 60s and 70s and some of them the 80s. And yeah, the jokes are a little bit outdated a few times, but honestly not that many. Like most of them are universal and timeless and still land properly. And even if you don't quite understand the context or something, you can like kind of insert it. Like if they'll remember it's like, oh yeah, never see like Don Revy do something. If you don't know who Don Revy is, think sports coach based on the context. You get it. And
I just read Shiny's comment just now.
Okay.
I love it. I went from thinking blonde girls are cute to fall over the heel a 6-foot blonde guy. And also all I imagine
what difference is it?
All I imagine was Thor. Anyway.
That's fair. But yeah, so it works both ways, Sometimes adult shows have stuff that kids can latch onto too. It's like Morecambe and Wise, they're a great example of that because I adored them as kids. I still adore them as adults, but yeah, I adore them as kids because most of their humor was just them being silly, and having fun as best friends, even though they were, and also a good example of people who clearly did not grow up in the traditional sense because they still acted like children. They were like in their 50s or something. Who knows?
Like the concept of growing up is like a concept that is only for children. Anyway, it's just a concept that people show that it's mostly for like for everything to run a system and show like, oh, I'm older, so I shouldn't indulge in these stuff. I should indulge in this stuff. Yeah. So that's what like the geek. That's what that's the word. But that's what like the people surrounding the capitalist. I don't know if I'm in capitalist society told us to do this. Yeah, kind of like that. But like try not to say it like that.
Mm-hmm. This is why I never I don't specify demographics a lot of the time whenever I do certain things. I write for everyone. Yeah.
In the capitalist mindset, you're supposed to buy these things now. You're an adult. You should buy this.
We're marketing these things to you. We've already got a huge profit from this age demographic, so let's market to these people. But then, of course, it's like, hey, why don't we just do something for everyone? Everyone can buy it. Yeah, good idea.
No, but no, we can't do that because what? Then you'll be like, then we won't have the big people got big people money now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, hold a second. No, that's another thing. Boys and girls marketing again. Over the years, it's like with toy stores in particular. It's like, oh yeah, you've got boys' toys and you've got girls' toys. Yeah, you've got boy TV shows, you've got girl TV shows. You can't be watching these things. Blah blah
My
blah.
mom bought
Like,
me a Nerf gun.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah. Child me was and child me. Like I had a couple of Barbies which have now
I
since
had
vanished.
trucks. I had cars. I had little cars. I had big cars. I had trucks.
Yeah,
I
and
love.
and some of my favorite shows growing up were Wind Club and Mermaid Melody. And also I've got witch magazines from like
One of my
donkeys
favorite
years
shows.
back that were written very clearly for a female demographic, but I did not care because
Yeah,
they're amazing.
I had shows that I watched that were made for like a male demographic, like Ben 10 and stuff.
Issue 40,
Oh,
and this was from copyright 2010. So I've had this for almost 12 years basically, because I don't think I got it at the start of the year, but yeah,
think I
nearly
was
12
in
years.
I was in first grade in
Reading sometimes.
2010.
Yeah. Okay, sorry about that.
I just realized something.
Oh, so I used to work back as a child? Okay, another good
No,
example.
I just realized something. I had a kid in. I remember a kid in my school, and I was like, "Hey, oh my God, you're so old. How old are you? Oh, born in 2000."
Yeah.
I thought he was so old. I was like, "Oh my God."
Wait a minute.
And he,
Yeah. Oh, well. That happens a lot sometimes. I say as someone who's also born in 2000, but yeah.
I just born 3 years after. I'm like, "Oh my God, you're so old."
Yeah, I know, right? I feel
Yeah,
like it's interesting, like a threshold or something. Like I was born like in the 90s, who are basically the same age as me if you were 99 or something, but they still get like roped into that. It's like, wow, that was last century. Ah, yeah.
like being born in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in 2003,
Mm-hmm. You were.
which is yes, for the record, I am of age. Anyway,
People can work that out.
yes, I am of age, but I watched a lot of shows that are not of age. Like I like old shows a lot.
Same
Like
here. Again, Porridge,
that was
Bananas, or
yeah,
Welcome
like
Lights. Yeah.
I used to watch a lot of old sitcoms, like a lot of old sitcoms,
Insert thing I
like
said before, yeah.
like Full House, Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think I want Happy Days, Step by Step. I don't know. I used to like sitcoms a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Blackadder, another good example of a fantastic one. And again, very clearly not written for kids because the lots of
Yes.
adult humor is
Only stupid
very
people
adult
can
themed.
walk out that I'm 18.
Mhm.
Yes, I've been 18 for a solid few months. Yeah.
It's been longer than a few
Turn-
months.
Yeah. Turning 19. Dang. I'm getting old.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the 2019 in, I believe, 4 months, right?
I can't do the math. Let's see. January, February, March, April. Yeah, 4 months.
Well, thank you. Yeah, there we go. Jesus.
And you're turning
May was
22.
all 3 months ago, and it's also 4 months from now.
And look, you're turning 22 in 2 months. In a month.
Yeah, okay, you can work that out. Good. Okay, yep.
Shiny's so far behind.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least he's worked out how far behind he is. That's something.
I mean, when I turned 18, it was like, eh. It was eh.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel very different when it happened to me, but I don't know.
You
Mostly
old.
went out during that day. I went out during that day. Actually, my brother was like, "Are you going to order the alcohol now?" I was like, "No, I'm not going to. There's no point."
I know. I've been no alcohol. It tastes like because what the Caribbean do not care.
Okay.
It's not the biggest cultural shock for you.
Not really a I don't know.
Like if we got kids and I make something rum in it and like the child eats it and you're like, oh my god, why you give the child alcohol? And I have to catch myself like, what the heck did it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I won't give a child a beer. Like that's just no. Not like it's not like that. We're not gonna give a child a beer and say, yeah, carry on with your life. No.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how would I say? Like certain dishes has alcohol in it, but you can't leave. You guys shouldn't be saying this on stream. Let me be quiet.
I mean, you're allowed to talk about alcohol on the stream. It's not like oh no, child-friendly channel. We can't mention these things. Like
There's a cultural like cake that has alcohol in it. Like that it's one of the things I'll bake and I'll song to you.
No, yeah, I remember. I actually think you did use alcohol in a recipe at one point. I think.
Yeah, it has a lot of wine in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's when I mentioned Nigel Lawson to you, and the fact she put rum in a hot chocolate, which by the way is not a common thing to do and should not be done. Why?
And yeah, so I put it has a lot of wine in it. It has a lot of wine in it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, guess and then I was my little sister eating it. But like, it's nothing.
Most UK high school students end up drinking before they're 16. Yeah, especially if they're actors and they're just on a show and they're doing an after party.
Or it could be like us drinking since they were 2.
Okay, but you did just say that it's not. They don't like it. So
it's not like you give them a beer. It's like you've tasted it, but not drinking it. Like, oh, I'm gonna pour myself a drink.
Right. Yeah. That again, that makes more sense. But yeah, I've got some horror stories about after parties.
Like after my high school graduation, everyone went to the bar except me. It was kind of sad, but yeah.
Wait, but why? If you were sad about it, why didn't you go with them?
Because I didn't get I wasn't invited. But yeah,
it's a bar. It's public. You can just go.
I wasn't. If I say when it comes to friends, I don't have friends to do those things with.
Well, okay. Well, I don't know.
Like recently, my friends went out to New Year's. Did they tell me? No. Say no.
Well, then again, it's not like I mean, you hesitate to make plans with them too, so maybe they feel the same way.
I do make plans. Well, yeah. Would have been nice to be asked. Kind of hurt.
Yeah.
But I talk to you, so it's fun.
I kind of get that, but it's like I said to you. If you're waiting for a long time for someone to ask you something, you can just ask them yourself. That applies to more than just our relationship.
But you would do it better.
Okay, but it applies to more in general.
I understand. I would probably screw up. You'll do better than me. Cause you plan for so long, and I'm just like.
Well, okay, but I mean, the thing is that with me with like making plans and stuff, I just like if a plan that I've made doesn't go the way I want it to, that stresses me out because I'm the one who put this together and I should have factored certain things in. But if something else happens,
as I say, if they would have wanted, if people would have wanted me there, they would have let me know. So okay, I don't really care anymore.
Hmm.
Besides, I didn't feel like going on anyway. I was quite tired. Probably ready to drop down. And I'm not a party. I'm not a party person, honestly. To leave the house and all that stuff.
Well, if you're not a party person, people probably know that. You're like, okay, well, no, let's not invite her. She's not a party person. That could be it.
But it'd been nice to ask. I'll feel wanted.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like when I was talking about, oh yeah, I might need a backup for a role immediately. It was Geneva. And they said, oh, do you know anyone that could be doing that? And I deliberately did not mention you because I know you played so many mother characters that I didn't want to actually ask you to play another one. It's not that I didn't want you necessarily to have the role. It's just that I didn't. I knew.
And you explained that to me. Like some people don't explain it. It was like, oh well.
Well, yeah, I do wonder. There's some friends that I need to get in touch with too. I haven't made so much of an effort of reaching out to them sometimes. No. But yeah, I love you, so no, I just want you around. Definitely. Even if no one else does.
It's been 3 hours. This is why I should know. I think I joined this stream. Could you have been finished by now?
I know, right? I was like, oh no, I have a scene to do. I'm not going to spend too long on this at all. Yeah, okay.
Invite money.
Mm-hmm.
I almost was watching.
I know, but then again, the reason I invited you was because you wanted to call me earlier on, and I missed that. I missed that call. But I was like, I was busy trying to deal with crashes and stuff, and then I realized I was like, oh no, I missed that. I'll invite her onto the stream so at least we get to talk for a bit. And we certainly talk for a bit.
Let's talk for a bit 3 hours later. Yeah, this is a bit.
If you had invited me, it'd take 20 years. That's true, yeah. I did actually do a reaction with Shiny one time, and I had to split into 4 parts for it to fit into a proper video runtime. Yeah. Then again, that's one trait he shares with Aiden, actually. They both ramble on for a long time. But yeah, let's keep going then.
Aiden Jacob's so handsome and charming.
See, this is what she does, she just does drawing it into it until I, accept it, but yeah.
Yes. Jacob is very handsome and charming.
And then he's so adorable and beautiful.
And you're handsome.
Mm-hmm. And considerate and smart. Yeah.
You're so focused.
Clearly not. This is proof of that. Alright, let's keep going.
Don't compare me to that swine!
When are you going to settle down,
I'm
Lawrence?
going to be sick. You are not so different, you and he.
You really want Shiny to kill himself, don't you?
My work here is done.
Hey, at least he doesn't try to fart in your direction. My older brother does that to me all the time, and he's a grown man.
Sometimes I do that to Cadenza.
Jerk.
Squish.
So tell me more about yourself.
Let's see.
I love that this episode is all about them getting together, about them interacting as a couple, and yet here we are just like hijacking it for ourselves.
Well, I guess I'll answer it.
Lady Demetrius?
Hey there.
Oh Christ.
Guard?
No. Worse.
Hey there. My name is Zara, and I was invited to this party.
Is that Ian?
Is that you?
Oh.
Zane.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Forget the fact he took his mask off, because that's an obvious. I've always changed disguise. I don't care about that. Get that somehow he got a wig for this. Whatever. His eye is in frame for the first time. Like, we get confirmation now that he does have another eye he can see from, and Garth didn't like blind him as a child. That's amazing.
That whole.
I would do more of a freak out, but it's now so late at night. I don't want to have a passionate reaction anymore. So.
I ruined it again.
Ah, well, don't worry. You're the one person that I allow to ruin my plans. It's fine.
Why does it say you have a fan?
I'm looking for stupid Lawrence.
I knew Zane was mad at Lawrence, but I didn't think he'd go this far. Lawrence and Kim are
I
just...
love how Gareth actually catches on.
Zane X.
Like
Zane
Gareth
X
is
Lawrence?
fooled by all. No, they're brothers.
No, I meant. Oh, I mean Gareth. I thought he. Why is it Lawrence? Maybe Gareth, right?
No, Zane and Gareth are brothers.
Well, you said Lawrence. I thought I was going crazy.
No, Zane is mad at Lawrence for the whole because of the whole
So Lawrence, Gareth, and Zane are brothers.
No, Lawrence and Gareth are best friends. They all.
That's what I said.
They both.
Zane X Lawrence.
I heard Zane.
And you said and you said you, their brothers.
Okay, I heard Zane X Gareth. I'm sorry. And Zane X Lawrence is terrible. Again, they hate each other.
That's why he hates us. The jury.
Okay, again, you have to. In this case, I would say you'd have to be presented with a proper story that depicts them in a certain light that they could be.
Zayn got pregnant.
However, they have not been so far, so therefore I'd not ship them.
Zayn got knocked up.
With.
Lars knocked Zayn up.
And again, even if Zayn did get knocked up, I still think that would
bread.
be terrible. You know, he can do better than somebody who, even if they hooked him up, doesn't get along with him. Like, obviously Lauren's going to be there for him, but yeah, as far as friendships go, they don't always quite work out just because you get pregnant.
I know, that's the thing. I'm like saying like they have like that kind of relationship.
Well, again, if there was a story surrounding that, then possibly. But as what I'm presented with so far, yeah.
Like I have that in a mental storyline.
Too. If I let Zayn
go ahead and
ruin
it,
I have to help Lawrence. It's time to do
I was going to say that I like that Gareth picked up on this. Normally, he's fooled by every disguise that someone comes across him. Like he's the one who always like, oh yeah, he didn't figure out that Kawaii-chan was around for a long time just because he put on his clothes. So and also because like when she like faked a mirror or something. That's like season 6 thing. Don't worry about it for now. Or well, no, season 5. But yeah. But yeah, no, he actually. But this time, because I guess this is Zayn or something, you know, even though it's actually more thought out than most disguises of the series, he still picks up on it. So you know what? He's not as much of a himbo as we thought he was. Just slightly.
Himbo.
I do best. Stupid things.
Aren't you going to let me in?
Today.
It's really chilly outside.
Oh, you can come in, but I would like to date you.
What?
I mean, oh my, how forward of you.
I know, even for Gareth, that's very forward. Put on your smooth voice, Gareth. The fans love it.
But stupid Lawrence is more of my type.
Oh, come on, baby.
There he is. There's the smooth voice.
No, actually, just like.
Yeah. Fun fact, Monet. Gareth and Lawrence, like the actors who play them, Andy and Sebastian, they got the roles because, quote, they actually made Jess swoon the most during their audition.
Ew.
Because they were supposed to be like, you know, the hot love interest of Minecraft Diaries, the ones that Aphmau could be like in a shipping war between, and then it worked out too well, and then Aphmau actually like regret that decision almost instantly. So yeah, but still, that was the idea. Before then, Gareth got changed to this, I guess. And Lawrence just like speaks like his normal self. Because Sebastian sounds a lot like Lawrence.
Oh.
Am I right? Whoever say I see lovey-dovey stuff. Oh well.
I see you have a. It's a shame you might have had a puke bucket for this whole hour we were talking.
Yeah, I know, right? Can you imagine? Imagine why we're giving compliments to each other just now.
Yeah. That's cute.
Hey, Monet.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Love you too.
Right.
I think I'm going to be sick. Come on and give me a hug.
No! Gareth, it's me, Zayn!
Wow, you do a great impression of my stupid brother, Zara.
When Gareth pretends to be stupid, even though rather than him actually being stupid, he's even more funny. I love it.
Oh no!
Let's picture together so we can show the whole world.
No! Stay away from me!
Oh, come on, Zara.
Stay away from me!
For us
It's
to
just
take
me,
a picture together.
Zayn! I was just trying to get back at
Lots of
Lawrence for what he
people
did to me!
here. I'm sure
I
they would
can't
love to
stand that
see a
texting!
picture of us
Now
together.
just
See?
keep away from me! I don't want any of your hugs!
Ah, hello there, Aphmau.
Do you, Aphmau,
Lycan, I'm so glad
take
you and your family.
Aaron to be a happily wedded partner? Do you, Aaron, take Aphmau to be your lawfully wedded partner?
Only when I'm ready, Sylvana.
Like Sylvana just get ordained just for this one moment.
No. Hold on. Kawaii-chan gets ordained for this. Oh wait, no. Hold on. That actually kind of happened during the Romeo and Juliet play. Kawai-chan plays Friar Lawrence because she knew that that character was the most supposed to like marry Romeo and Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
I'm really glad about that. And I know Aaron's happy about it too.
I'm sure. Hey, Aphmau, may I ask you a question?
You just did.
Go for it.
How much does Aaron's happiness really mean to you?
Huh?
Oh god, everything.
As a mother, I know I haven't been the best. However, I can assure you every single one of my actions are done in the belief that I can help make Aaron's life happy.
Like blocking the number of the one person he truly cared about. Again.
true happiness, I see.
Hold on, Caitlin gets the No, not Caitlin. Caitlin does like them together, but even so, she actually like the one who's like, oh yeah, hands off Aaron and stuff like that. But no,
Hands off
I
my
just like
Aaron.
she deserves this. Caitlin does like them together, but she's not really actually going to go out of the way to ship them. I think Caitlin's fine with helping with anyone, honestly. Whatever, as long as she's happy.
I may not be as loving as a normal mother,
Huh? Hold
but
on.
I do. I may not be as loving as a normal mother, but
Well,
I
that's telling, isn't it? What a great thing to say.
What
do
a
things the way I
beautiful
do them because I
abnormal
believe
mother.
they are best.
Mm-hmm.
If this is about me and Aaron and what happened during our break, you
Yeah,
don't
that was her fault. That was her fault, Aphmau. Don't apologize for that.
have to
She's a
apologize.
bitch.
I'm not trying to. I'm just
Oh wait,
trying to
I was
figure
on
out
mute.
how you
Well,
think of
sorry
my
for that.
son. To be honest, I don't have much information about your relationship with Aaron, aside from the fact that you two have been together for a while now.
I think I understand where you're coming from.
Do you?
Maybe she does know a little bit about the high school stuff. Maybe a bit more than I thought she did. You know,
Maybe I can
like
pass
that.
it.
Give your child the happiness by taking away their true love. Yeah, I know exactly.
Are you still hungry?
Am I still hungry? Yeah, of course I'm still hungry. I can't live off popcorn. This is just a snack to, because it's a stream tradition. I'm not going to live off this. I'm gonna get some food.
I've had popcorn for dinner.
And did you feel full afterwards?
I guess that wasn't the point, honestly. I mean, I would have doctor said, like, when I was younger, they put me on this kind of thing when I was younger, and I had
A diet of
popcorn.
popcorn?
Yeah, I had popcorn for dinner. Eat. You never realize how small a cup of cereal is until you have to eat that for breakfast. It's very not filling.
Well, yeah, I know. It's like, no.
Like a cup of rice is very not filling.
Yeah, I was gonna say a cup. Yeah, just like, come on, no.
Yeah, and that's what they recommended, which is kind of that's some personal problems. Anyway, back to the
Yeah,
show.
this is why I don't like diets. You just end up feeling hungry all the time, and that's not good. I mean, by all means, have a balanced diet of stuff, obviously, but don't put yourself on a diet unless you have a really good health reason you need to do that. Obviously, there's so many other ways that don't involve compromising yourself all the time.
Yeah, I eat one boiled egg and crackers.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure that we can all agree being hungry isn't fun, isn't that right? Isn't that right?
I don't know. I don't know. Everyone was so happy with that when I went on one and actually started losing weight and everything. But then I was very unhappy.
Okay. All right, then I guess.
Like you ate. I don't know, just very sad looking at your plate. You see crackers, one boiled egg. Yeah. And that's like when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, but I mean, clearly you're saying that this was in the past, so it must have.
Maybe I should go back on it.
Not necessarily, because you just complained about the portions of it.
Yeah, but it worked.
Yes, but there are other ways. If you did want to do that, if you did want to lose weight for whatever reason, then go about it a different way, or go about it or go like a diet that's not like as compromising yourself, like as severe. You know, work your way up into it. Obviously, like that's like that does not help, and also because like you're cooking and baking quite a lot of the time, so you're constantly around food anyway. So that's just going to tempt you even more. That's going to make the state even worse. Like I know when I'm cooking, if I'm hungry, it's worse for me because on one hand I'm like, I need to be a bit more precise, like take my time with this, but also I'm just like food. So yeah, again, it's you gotta have a good mental state while that's happening. Otherwise, it's just like no way to live. That's a quote from like a film called Shallow Hal. It's no way to live.
Oh yeah, I watched Shallow Hal.
Oh, you have? Well, there you go. Again, good. I don't remember that line specifically because I think it was.
No, I didn't remember the line specifically, but like I know the movie.
Okay, well there you go. It's one of Hal's lines. He says. And if you know that a guy who's literally called Shallow Hal is saying that to you, then it's definitely true.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah. Like yeah. It's kind of gets sad. You think about it sometimes.
I've considered losing weight myself, but the way I would do that is not by changing my diet because I don't want to make myself go hungry if I don't need to. I do it via exercise, just my personal preference. But yeah. Even if I did decide to do a diet,
I think we put the Shiny to sleep.
Possibly. I came here to stay awake, not fall asleep. Okay, fine.
Okay, Jacob, put the episode on 2 times speed and let's go. Because I need to use the bathroom, and like I don't want to leave.
Yeah, and we both need to eat, don't we?
No, I think I ate something earlier, so I good.
You want to make sure I love Aaron for him, right?
To put it bluntly, yes.
Well, it's almost midnight, so I'll try to sum it up fast. I met Aaron in an online game a long time ago, but in real life I met him in school. Only then, I didn't know it was Aaron until later on. Aaron and I had a lot in common, and even though we've known each other for that long, we've never really dated until after college. I mean, we shared a lot of intimate moments.
Aphmau explains the entire plot of Mystreet so far.
Together, but even so, we waited for many years before we got together.
That's a long wait.
I know. And there's other reasons from Aaron's perspective that Aphmau doesn't know about yet, but obviously get to those as the seasons carry on.
Went through a lot. And because we lived so far away for a long time after Aaron left high school, we didn't want to get into anything, even though deep down I knew that I wanted to. I knew Aaron was going
Yeah, everyone knew about that. It's like in season 1, Aphmau was blushing around Aaron a lot of the time, and like the thing about her, but about him, but like it was weird because it was focused on like from the perspective of like the Garmel-Lamel wars. But yeah, Aphmau clearly was into Aaron. No, yeah, it was like a proper shipping war for the time. But yeah, it was but yeah, people could tell from her perspective, especially looking back now.
Through a lot, and I didn't want to bring him down.
This doesn't come out of the blue. This was all planned.
I guess my thought process back then was, if he could be happy without me, then I would gladly let him move on without me. It wasn't until later, after thinking like that for so long, that I finally admitted my feelings for him, and ever since then, I haven't wanted to leave his side.
To be honest, Aaron revealed his feelings more so. Actually, no, they kissed after the Romeo and Juliet play, and then they kind of like had a conversation about it. That was like the latter quarter or so of the season 1.
So you never knew about the Limsa Corporation until you met us, correct?
Wait.
So you never knew about the Limsa Corporation until you met us.
The Limsa Corporation?
Yeah.
Excuse you? What?
So you never knew about the Limsa Corporation until...
The Limsa Corporation, no. So they went from the Limsa Corporation to them being called the Lycan family, and then now the Limsa Corporation, as for right now. Make up your mind! What is your last name?
Until you met us, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, until she met Melissa, then that was explained in the bigger move, but
Now that you're here, I'm glad. Because it makes Aaron happy. And that's all that matters to me.
I see. Well then, we better head outside. There's only 5 minutes until midnight.
Really? Oh shoot! Oh, it's our first New Year's together!
Maybe I won't have to worry as much with her.
Nah, she's still a human, so that's that to consider. Eric, why get out there?
Eric, I think you should stop for now.
Give up? Me? No way!
He said stop for now, not stop permanently.
I didn't say give up. I said to stop for now and go inside and enjoy the party.
But... Oh, here. Just let me try one last time. No!
Eric, I think everyone appreciates your efforts to have this hot tub ready.
Even though no one came prepared to swim in it?
Would that be a thought?
I mean, it should have been.
But I think your time is better spent inside with your family.
But... Hot tub!
Nah, his time now is better spent getting dry and not catching pneumonia outside in the cold.
Yes, get pneumonia.
Eric.
Fine. I'll get
He
going.
needs a blanket too.
When?
Aaron!
Eric, vámonos! Get your butt in here! It's only 3 minutes until New Year's! You better hurry or you can sleep in the hot tub tonight!
Vámonos, deprisa.
I'm coming!
Venga. Rápido.
Are they dating or something?
So, how are things going
Oh, Eric and Sylvana? Yeah, they are.
on
Oh.
inside?
Well, your mom is being a little weird.
How so?
She was asking a few questions about our relationship and how it's going. Like, really intimate stuff. You'd almost think she knew something I didn't.
Yep, there's a lot.
So, Starlight Wonderland? Is that really the place you've always wanted to go?
Yes! I've dreamed about it a lot when I was a kid. But my parents never had the money to take us there.
I'll see what I can do.
Huh?
You see now where this is going. Aaron's proposal plan.
What are you thinking about?
It's nothing. Nothing.
Happy New Year's, Aaron.
Happy New Year's, Af.
And we're done!
Oh, and Happy New Year. The episode that came out on January 2nd. Of a wonderful 2017.
I mean, I don't remember 2016, so yeah.
You don't remember 2016? How can you just forget you can't. How do you forget an entire
I forget years. I do forget years. I remember 2015. I forget 2016. I remember 2017. I forget 2018. I remember 2019, but I forgot 2020. 2021. Actually, no. I remember 2020, but I forgot 2021.
There's no
I
way.
think I don't actually don't remember 2021. But yeah, I remember. But I'm gonna remember this year.
Are you sure about that?
I go in cycles. So if I forget 1 year, I remember the next year.
Except that you said that 2020 was the exception, so now you've gone off pattern already anyway.
No. I think I messed up. I think I mixed up for real. I remember 2020, but I forgot 2019.
See, this is the thing. You said you go by patterns and numerical sequence, but then you forget. You suck at maths.
Yeah.
So
But
does
yes.
now, actually, to be honest.
But yes, I am going to remember this year.
I think we've all agreed that you're Jason, comparatively. But yeah, in this instance, you're definitely Jess.
Yeah, I'm going to remember this year. I don't know. If I have good vibes from this, I got some good vibes for this year.
Okay, fair enough then.
Like, when I remember a year, it's usually something good that happens. It's never something bad.
Mm-hmm.
The years I forget is usually something bad happens. Like I mentally just block it out.
I mean, that's fair, true, but yeah, I don't know.
Like I'd forgotten my whole grade 4 experience.
Okay,
Like I mentally blocked it out because it was so many bad things happening that year.
I see. I mean, you know what? That's good because it's good not to dwell on the past in that instance. Like
Yeah.
year nine for me over here was a pretty rough time as well. So, but actually, well, to be honest, like obviously my
Here's Shiny.
I can't be allowed to block out an entire year from my mind because that's just not how my brain works. Clearly, but
Here's Shiny. Here's some good vibes.
but I do know the good things. I do know the good things, and hopefully I'll forget all about the stress that I've had so far with this year because I've been literally focused on one thing for basically all of 2022. So, yeah, hopefully that will
Like my
change soon enough.
favorite year, I love third form. Even though that's a year I don't. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember
Yes.
third form a lot.
Years 9
But I
for
don't
me was
remember
the best of my life. Okay, I see. Yeah, year 9 for me because I was bullied, but yeah.
I remember. I remember first form. Forgot second form. Remember third form. Forgot fourth form. Remembered fifth form. Forgot sixth form. And I forgot sixth form a bit.
You did say you didn't want to stay there, so
Yeah, I didn't want to stay there. I was miserable.
Guess that checks out. And then you went the very mature route to change that. So yeah, all those people that the one who grew up, you did.
The person told me that now just wrote like she legit ignores me now.
I mean, she's got nothing to critique you with anymore because you've proven her wrong.
Like she is the one who said, "Oh, she gonna move out. She gonna do all." I'm like, "You still live with your parent? You didn't move out? You didn't get a job?"
Also, did you just dox yourself?
No, I doxed her because she's the one who told me all this stuff. And see, look at her. She didn't even try to do anything.
No, I mean like you said. I mean like you said your actual name.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I don't know. I would normally rewind the footage, but I'm not that cruel. Okay.
I didn't say my name.
You sure? Okay, never mind.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Okay, well, I'll requote it after I finish this. Also, my phone has just run out of battery, so I'm now going to go back to restream for the rest of the chat.
The sun come tomorrow.
Year 9, mental torture. Year 10, bullying and mental torture. Year 11, forced to be with my family 24/7. I see. I hope this year is better for me. You know, honestly, I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, like this.
I need to be in. I feel like this year I'm really in touch with myself for a while, and like things around me.
Well, good. That's a good way to live, you know. So you know the kind of person you are and where you stand and everything. All right. As for where we stand on this episode, actually, because we've obviously got to this part. Once again, it's very clear that Athmal has gone back to our old ways of writing 3-parters, as I thought. She has put all of the emphasis on the last parts of this, like the last part, and then the other ones were all just build up pretty much. Like we had a few fun interactions here and there, and there was a little bit of a through line with the whole Lawrence and Kim thing. But yeah, as far as like the proposal plan went, like most of that could have been done in one episode, and obviously trimmed down Survivor's involvement significantly. So yeah, absolutely. And Lawrence and Kim, they had a pretty promising start. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I feel like once they figure out that awkwardness, you know, they could have had solid time. You know, depends. But yeah, I don't know. So overall, it is an interesting time to like wrap up. This was obviously the first like complete year when Mystreet was being produced, and honestly, the ending, not too bad. And obviously going into 2017, which was most classic Aphmau fans will agree was the year of Aphmau. Like, this is when lots of her other role plays started popping up in between Mystreet releases, when she tried to like really refine her craft a lot more, and also when Mystreet itself took a turn for something different. Again, thanks to Jason. So again, very excited to go over all of those things, and hopefully, Ron over here is going to be a bit excited about the possible future. Hopefully, I'm getting her slightly more and more invested into the series the more I tear it to pieces. I couldn't tell if he was saying yeah or meowing. And she's devolved into saying one thing. So I guess that's my cue to go. So thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you all. I turned my phone turned off, but I saw just before it happened. We'll be back here for the 4th of January, same time, same place, 5 years later.
With drugs.
Without drugs, and hopefully before,
yes, drugs.
Hopefully with the episode of Mutant Girl being released. But who knows? This scene is torture, so I will see. So it may take a while, but I do intend to do it right. Just like all these things, not all good things. But yeah, oh great, now you've convinced him.
With drugs.
So until then, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters, even if YouTube won't acknowledge them anymore, and subscribe to us already. And on that note,
and I'm here.
Yes, that's true. Subscribe to Monet as well. Her channel is Monation, and it's the one.
I'm here. I have lots of serious content. Subscribe at your own risk.
I was going to say serious content. I don't know necessarily, but you have a lot of content. We'll put it that way.
Don't downplay my mastermind. Hi.
Your mastermind. Okay. I'm pretty sure we still have the pilot where we like the whole one joke is about someone being a screamer, and also it's a family thing in general, having references to dog rituals, lots of jokes and humor. So I don't necessarily about serious content, but yeah, you've got some good content. That's not to say that, but Shiny Meanwhile downplays your mastermind. But yeah. It's a fun time, so go subscribe to her at your own risk, obviously. But please, do it. So yeah, I was surprised I haven't featured like as myself on a video of yours yet. I'll do that at some point. Anyway,
yeah, you haven't joined the dark side.
Absolutely. Slowly easing myself into that one. Anyway, on that note, until next time, farewell.
Gadoosh.
Love you, Mene.